to continue this project to where it is now. The MPP started it, and then at a point, the contractors gave up and nothing was happening. As soon as the NDC took over, Mahama saw the thing and said, no, we cannot leave the road to be like this. We cannot allow Ghanaians to suffer. Looking at how we all used to suffer on this road, especially Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, when people are traveling to Kumasi for funeral and when they are returning from Kumasi back to Accra. In fact, not Kumasi alone, going all the way to the north and coming back to Accra, it is usually a catastrophic experience. You know, the traffic is crazy and we have visuals to show. We have visuals to show. Somewhere in the beginning of 2025, it was hell. We are in 2026. This is August 2026, and this is what we are seeing over here on the Ofanko to Insawam Road. God bless President Mahama. In fact, God keep you safe and make you grow very, 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 very old. Ghanaians are happy for what you've done for them. In fact, this is what the taxpayers' money is being used for. All the millions of cities that have gone into the hands of the contractor, Maripoma Enterprise Limited, this is the work with the road markings in place. Charlie, this flyover the B. This flyover the B. And this is the Insawam bound side. And then we have the Achimota bound side. And we're going to show you both ends when we lift our drone. And you get to appreciate what your money is being used for by the government. On this note, let me send a very big shouts and a very big thank you to the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, to the Road Minister, Honorable Govin Kwame Agboja, and his Deputy, Al-Hassan Suhini. These people have Ghanaians at heart. Had it not been for the President, this project would not have gotten to where it has gotten to now. This is the Ofanko to Insawam Road, and this is one of the flyovers. Look, it is massive and it is beautiful. Now look at the expansion gaps, you know. Look at the mighty expansion gaps. Fresh from the oven, and the road is looking super. One interesting thing is the fact that as of now, we can see the spaces for the drainage. We can see them. So I'm sure this is for drain. They've left the holes for water to run into them. And I want to believe that pipes will be connected beneath it to carry the water away from, from the road. The road has been sloped towards this side, and the other side too, the slope goes onto the other side. This side is 3-lane carriageway with an emergency lane. So we are actually standing on the emergency lane. And this side, it is 3 lanes. 1, 2, 3. And I want you to observe the beauty of this place. I want you to observe the beauty. This is the Saperman flyover. 3 lanes in, 3 lanes out, and then the service lanes are down there. 2 lanes with a roundabout beneath it. Look, let's protect Mahama. Let's pray for Mahama. Let's ask God to continue to keep him strong because of the love he has for Ghanaians. He came to pay the contractors to get back on site to continue this project to where it is now. The MPP started it, and then at a point, the contractors gave up and nothing was happening. As soon as the NDC took over, Mahama saw the thing and said, no, we cannot leave the road to be like this. We cannot allow Ghanaians to suffer. Looking at how we all used to suffer on this road, especially Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, when people are traveling to Kumasi for funeral and when they are returning from Kumasi back to Accra. In fact, not Kumasi alone, going all the way to the north and coming back to Accra, it is usually a catastrophic experience. You know, the traffic is crazy and we have visuals to show. We have visuals to show. Somewhere in the beginning of 2025, it was hell. We are in 2026. This is August 2026, and this is what we are seeing over here on the Ofanko to Insawam Road. God bless President Mahama. In fact, God keep you safe and make you grow very, 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 very old. Ghanaians are happy for what you've done for them. In fact, this is what the taxpayers' money is being used for. all the millions of cities that have gone into the hands of the contractor, Maripoma Enterprise Limited, this is the work. This is the work. Like, this is the work. My guy, this is the work. This is the work. My guy, this is the work. With the road markings in place. Charlie, this flyover the B. Bongo ideas, big up yourself. This flyover the B. And this is the in Sawam bound side, and then we have the Achimota bound side, and we're going to show you both ends when we lift our drone, and you get to appreciate what your money is being used for by the government. The big push is here to stay. The big push is here to change the narrative, and believe you me, it is what it is. The drivers are enjoying it like crazy. Believe you me, the big push is going to open up economic activities all over Ghana. Fortunately for me, I've been able to travel with the road minister on countless times. I've done a couple with the president himself, and we've seen what is happening around the country when it comes to road networks. Accra is getting its fair share, Volta is getting its fair share, Ashanti is getting its fair share, Bono is getting it, Western North, Western Region, Northern Region, Savannah Region, Upper East, Upper West. In fact, all the regions are getting theirs. Central Region is also getting theirs. And for Accra, this is one of the most anticipated, most talked about road construction that people want to see how it's going to end. And this is what we're seeing in August 2026, since January 2025. In a space of, let's say, 2 years, let's just say 2 years, this is it. It shows that someone is working, someone is ensuring that whatever Ghanaians' money is put into, we see the end of it. I can't wait to see the other flyovers. This is the Saperman flyover. There are 2 more flyovers on this stretch all the way to Nsawam. And when the road is finally done, according to the senior project manager on this stretch, it is going to take you 13 minutes to drive from Ofanko to Nsawam if you're doing 80 kilometers per hour, and about 17 minutes if you're doing 60 kilometers per hour using the carriageway. So that's the approximate timing for this stretch. In fact, it is road designed for 80 kilometers per hour. So you see what we're talking about. It is going to shrink the time you spend on the road, and it's going to increase productivity. So you can actually live in Nsawam, you can live in Pokrom, you can live in Ebri and work in Accra without having to worry about when to get to work. All you need to do is to get onto the carriageway and drive straight. Within 13, 14 minutes, you are in Accra. Go to work, close, get onto the carriageway, forget the service lane for the trotro people. If you drive, hit the carriageway, and within a few minutes, you'll be in Nsawam. And so you can actually work, you can stay in the Eastern Region and work in Greater Accra Region. And this is what the president is pushing. And this is why he's put a minister who understands the terrain, a minister who is in himself an engineer who knows exactly what has to be done to ensure that we get our money's worth, value for money. Honorable Governor Kwame Agboja, he's on top of his game and making sure the contractors deliver. He doesn't look face. He doesn't mince his words. If you're doing it right, he will say it. If you're doing it bad, he will come hard at you. And so I want to salute you, Honorable Road Minister Governor Kwame Agboja. For some time now, I've been on this Ofanko to Nsawam Road because I see a lot of progress. And I want the rest of the world to see it as well, especially those of you who are not in Ghana. We are your eyes here, Ghana Roads and More, and we present it to you. And today, this is what I want you to see. I want you to see how this, flyover at Saperman is looking. The way it is looking is how the other flyovers are also going to look, all the way to Nsawam, where we have another interchange that will take you to the town. My name is Arnold. This is Ghana Roads and More, and I want to plead with all of us to support the president. He has a good agenda for road network in Ghana. At least this is the sector that I am championing. He has a good agenda for road networks in Ghana. And he is not just saying it, he is walking that.
If you are very efficient and effective in your investigations, nobody can, even the president cannot cover up for somebody because the record will show. So it is more about who has the capacity and the skill to do the work than who is independent. Therefore, the independent, trust me, by merely calling an institution independent doesn't make it as independent as you think. This work, you cooperate a lot. You cooperate with ministries, department, agencies in investigations. You cooperate with fellow or colleague officers in other agencies to work. You are relying on cyber security authority. You are relying on district assemblies for information. You are going to ministries for that. So it is more about collaboration. And I understand why when I say IOCO is a more than OSP.
In terms of efficiency and capacity?
Capacity. It's also because they have established those networks across agencies and departments, and they have branches across the country and have over the years. So the longer you stay in there, the better your connection will be. So I have no doubt in my mind that when it comes to capacity, it's like saying IOCO has better prosecutors than Attorney General. I don't know any other agency in this country that can have better prosecutorial capacity than Attorney General. That is not because of the individuals who are there today, but because of the institutional capacity building over the years. So there are things that we can do and have the expertise in which even OSP would have to come to Attorney General to get, where IOCO would have to come to Attorney General to get those expertise. So that is the sense in which I'm saying. So it has nothing to do with, who is for the time being occupying that office. But naturally, yeah, if 1 + 1 is 2, and you said 1 + 1 is 1, and you later discover that instead of 2, you said 1, sometimes, so you see, it happens a lot in law practice. You go and then you just tell the court that you want to withdraw, and it will be struck out as withdrawn. And the reason is simple. In this case, I think the law on where to file an appeal gets complicated. Where to file stay of execution got complicated a few years ago. There were decisions that said you could do it either in the court that gave the decision or in the court above, in the appellate court. So I think the error was where to file it, and you don't need the judge to come and tell you before you do that. When we sit where we are as Attorney General, Minister and Deputy, we do not have a lot of control as people think we have. The decision to appeal, the decision to apply for stay of proceeding, the analysis from our attorneys were sound. So you couldn't just say, because it's my party member, so don't go and do it, or because allow the matter to, you can't. If you want to say, you have to put that on record, that based on X, Y, Z. So again, this clear evidence that things are not the way they are painted to be most of the time.
Nenuna uyo mambapa enuna uwodo odo ma woman enu ara na ye hwehwe odo ma woman enu ara anehia abusia na wia we so me fasa akwanya kese so mo akwaba bi odi ba live on TVSYZ and Partner 7.9 FM inside politics Jumedi yesunie efi sabre yankopem 6 p.m. bebo bomode na kai na hye no so say o my Ghana ho ensem ahodo a etwe godie di na se na fatanti ana dwumadie ye de ba ofie wo ka mu ana wadwumam ba bia wutimi agebre na ye di sankomo odie e de abom na nhyehyɛ pa bia mpanifo ɛyɛ no yenso ye de adwenkyerɛ de attach nti ukɔ Facebook a yen platforms no ho at Power 979 FM ubehu ewo Facebook TVSYZ2 o Facebook na mum obomodin kopie mo YouTube ye XYZ broadcast na ho wabomodin agebre na wadwenkyerɛ bi ebeba o team no wohwɛ dwumadie ne bi no wo de ato ase wo mrepam no ye bekenkan wo nsɛm no nyinaa de aboa na dwumadie akoso na afa ne ntema pa bi e de efra okwa MCR Mr. Raf Jampo ho Mr. Jimano Kisi ewo ho sanso na Abbas wo ho Imano Nete wo ho wo mo na hihye TV ni so ma wa bia na so agebre na watimi ahwe dwumadie bi Lizzy ana ye makeup ewo fidie mu William Sefa any Prince of Osu ana gina cameras na chi enawie ya wo mo twa dwumadie no mo de asom Mr. Calvin Asante wono no mi producer papa wa bomodin ahihye dwumadie nyina asem so membra mi medi hu chiame na me fa ensom abusia mi di enke Obrempong the grassroots president to kwapeman kania to kwapem de se nyankopon enhyira wa mempene da se ne den so waje brese yeni nkomo we enfemmom ye nyina ye ntoato adwene enkoso no man Ghana emfa na ntema pa bi na womfa infra ene nsema hodo na so ana ewo efie ha dodo na ba fa gold board ho dodo no a recently so betia the minority in parliament led by their leader Honorable Alexander Afenyo Makena ono asan ye mrasebedwani edema the good people of Efutu sabre de ensema hodo a omo akeka gold board aboka gold board dwumadi a wodi no emwa o man Ghana ana gold board A ana gold board B ene wo dwumadi so ye be pekwan bi ede abie sa conversation yi mu ede nkyiremu ese na efata ede ababe 2 3 mu se sabre science saye anada ye be da na didi a kire no gold board aboka anase emmomu no wono no waboa ama Ghana yensi kasem agina brane Ghana economy na is stable na bibia timi ko totin na the minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin eko Peace FM eko ye interview bi and some of kind no eko twen the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams osofobani ba wo kremu a ninsem edebemu ama minority leader edekeka nsem bebre ewo dwumadie ne so ye be hwe sa video no ye wia ye betie the Archbishop General Overseer edema the Action Chapel International Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams wono se ninsem no said your kan fa ye ema the minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin etimi kwodane nsem no sa ewo Peace FM wo bra okoya na okwakoye ni interview the former deputy minister for finance the former minister is your friend said deputy minister for finance Abena Osei Asare sabre wo kasa bebre wo se wo man Ghana mu ayedin na gold kura ye to no ekabo a eba ho ana the MPP tama ken nana ya kuntunkunu ko foriata finance minister no na Abena Osei Asare deputize no ken ofurata wadwane no wono no sesa abre de wono so hu ni se gold board e boka niema mu ayedin wo man Ghana ha no sei abusua ye beje bre na yeti ono so ni nsem ode ato dwa no na afi ye yini ho ano se de se na fata pepepe na the minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin and the minority na ya so wo masia ye press conference kase pa akasa e de afa sa gold board ensensem yi ho a na the chief executive officer edema Ghana gold board Ura Sami Jamfi mranimni Sami Jamfi Esquire sabre die sansemi a minority ekeka ne bebrebe no nyame yadomo a the government accountability series ekoso ewo aban abankesie mu and government communications and ahyehyɛ saa dwumadie ni sɛ abere ni dɔm biara panifo a yɛde dwumadie ahodoɔ ahyɛ ɔmo nsa wɔ ɔman mu sɛ ɔmo nyɛ no ɔmo bɛba na ɔmo ne Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ba bɛbɛkyɛ dwumadie no kwan yɛ ɔmo fa so na ɔmo ayɛ no nyame yɛ adom a wɔkyena Wednesday yi Sami Jemfi Esquire ɛkɔ the government accountability series ne so na afei ɔde gold board sika ababɛdi gold board for kora hɔ sɛ ɔmo mfa nyɛ adwuma surplus aba so mfa so ɔmo make anaa sika aba ho no wɔde ne nyinaa to dwa ti Ghanafoɔ nyinaa bɛhunu nyame yɛ adom ɔkyena wɔ bere a owura Sami Jemfi Esquire wɔno yɛ CEO ɛdema the Ghana gold board no sansɛm no ɔde to hɔ wie a yɛbɛsa bɛbɛbiem wɔ ha nyame yɛ adom ɔkyena maka kyerɛ sɛ wɔman no ɛbɛyɛ yie ɛnya deɛ ɛti asan n'akyi bio sɛ dabi krɔfo kumaa bi ana wɔn afɔm ho adwene sɛ wɔn bɛdi ɔman ne bɔne ɛnkɔ saa bea ne bio ɛbɛhyɛ yɛtoa so ama private legal practitioner a yɛka mmara wɔ kurom hɔ a wɔnim yie paa ɛyɛ lawyer Tadio Sorry wakyerɛ n'adwene de afa ɛyɛ legal vacation ho nsɛm ahodoɔ a ɛrekɔ soɔ no so no ɛhɔ so yɛbɛgye berɛ ne abɔ wura mu wɔ hɔ Deputy Attorney General Justice Simsai Doctor wɔde aba bɛto dwa sɛ the Ghana Bar Association wɔn nsɛm ahodoɔ mu gu so wɔn keka ɛde fa legal vacation no nyinaa no ɛnyina mmerɛ biara so abusua nsɛm yi ne deɛ aka nyinaa na yɛabɔ mmɔden akyekyere a yɛba bɛgye mu na yɛn nyinaa yɛabɔ mmɔden akyerɛ yɛ adwene wɔ ho na aboa no ɔman no akɔ so afa ne ntɛm apɛ bi deɛ fra yɛbɛda ne yɛ ho kakra aba yɛnya aba pɛ saa nsɛm yi nyinaa yɛde som twɛn yɛbɛhyia. Mesamo Akwaba Kesebio ediba live on TVSYZ and Power 97.9 FM. Inside Politics Jumedi so akonya we ana ye fa na ye de nsema hodo a etwagu o man Ghana ha de wate na wonte ase ne ne a wonte da kra ha na ebiem na afi won so watimi agebre na kwan bia mpanifo fa so akyekere wo man ya Ghana fo nyina de tumi amom se be ye na hoto ni da so sika adwuma pa beba no won so watimi ate ho ase abere bia ne aban no etimi ye nti afei ana de okasa fidie na to aka se wo kan ho kwapem se 6 pm ebebo na ye nyina etimi ade dwumadi ede abom opese wo hwe dwumadi bi won social media platform no so a ukọ Facebook at Power 979 FM TVXYZ ewo Facebook na mum obomodin kopie mo YouTube ye XYZ broadcasting na ho so abomodin agebre ahwe dwumadi ni bi wo bra dwumadi ni koso na adwenkyire bi ebeba okyirem no wo de trofato ase wo merepem no ye bekenka sansem nyina wa ha na ye de aboa dwumadi ni se de tie na se fata pepepe ukọ across all the 16 regions in Ghana affiliate stations afa dwumadie ya wo nyina ebo ho dawuro se be na Ghana for afa na Ghana be bia wo no obetimi ate dwumadie yi ho nka Nyankopon enhyira mo a mempreda ye nyina ye mmoa enkyekere na o man Ghana nkoso no mfa ne ntema pa bi na on famfra midin e de enke Obrempong abusha to dwumadie no so e de ama wa ha na na say obeti especially coming from the minority MPP for woman ashebedwem abiribia ade o manu siso o mo ka ana gold board dwumadi a wo mudi wo mo boka gold board for boka ama wo ma boka ama osofopani Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams a wono general overseer adema the Action Chapel International no kra bebeka say into Ghana fo nyina emmo empire emfema gold board if you say carbon adosododo Alexander Fenyomaken minority leader Omrashebedwem a wogina MPP for nanim na dwumadie bi ebekoso Omrashebedwem no wono aye pani a wogina nim woko interview bi wo Peace FM so kohia Kwame Sefakai na eho ana Alexander Fenyomaken ekokan sema hodo nyina de tato se nti ama Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams kura no ekase ye mompaye ne fema gold board for yenko ne yenko hwe wo bra na Alexander Fenyomaken wo de sansem yi etudwa ye be beto adwumadi nso de ama
yen eguzi gold na gold board for ton
wonzi gold mboka
gold kauna abada hon osododo wonton gold mboka anonya ahen parliament minority for na yara kade gold board aboka yembo yeni trim bi na yerka oye IMF won enum sama nwa atwa abenya ajatum chama ministry du bi o abenya ajatum oninti na governor oba out to issue statement there says ya no efi azinum ibi o nsuso ye sha ze yerka wan asem no fees no sha se wo 15% oha inchem dwenu no osododo ye kan wan asem no wo ba pado be hyehyɛ ahoroba nanso wo free board meeting and na wo review we what the adene ba 9%. Iti wona na ka kohwesem Musa Batwa me peda me bi say no on find out from gold board whether there yaba out no we review fees no to 9% and what the crop 5%. Iti send ye kan wan asem a won jintum that the 22 billion cedis no or you can't was a complete agenda 111. Wobotum what they create opportunity ma when you know because end this youth when you do end this youth pinara what the party one cause one in paying for kakana and the words there.
Well, anyway, so for paying Nicholas Duncan Williams, us yambon pay my gold board.
Wajatum
because gold board was it sumboni bina humboni bina rechi.
Opening video no chairman
yes the better
minority
no
mighty minority sa akoyisem na yerka no do sofo Duncan William ne zo kan so akoyisem ana
on us in pay
sure but okay bibi answer no campaign us there gold boards bibi read and us movement be on do you paying okay kase bi anamwa nti se bibi arokoda empa no hia
maybe I was here fortification
so that
maybe I would now into what bumpire there were 45 one.
Minority leader Honorable Alexander Fenyo Marken I no a sign a futu Mrasebedwani and I'll copy him a Peace FM na on a Kwame Sefakai one more same way in a kogu ho part na Kwame Sefakai cry raises say Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams say Ghana for your Mompire and Fema Gold Board. If he says Sumboni be a Gold Board. I will say young court na young tie the General Overseer of the Action Chapel International, Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. Nin Sama wa Kaye, Emma Sankomoiko Pie was a Jumedian so. You better to
that we need to pray for the Gold Board. And I'll tell you why. With what I was told by this sheikh, and the calls I had that they can't get the gold like before illegally, so they want some channels to the gold board so they can purchase the gold now from the gold board. It's clear to me that the gold board is dealing with a very powerful movement. People very, very established who knows and understand the field and how to do this, and don't want the right thing to be done. And in the name of politics, we are destroying the future of our children and our grandchildren. So I'm going to dedicate a lot of time today for us to intercede for our nation, because I'm concerned about some things. And I am not speaking as a prophet, as much as some may be prophetic. I am speaking as a student of prophecy and a student of history. I take time to study history a lot, and some things are bothering me, and one of them is how we are managing the future of our children and our grandchildren when it comes to our water bodies, when it comes to the land that produce crop and the food we eat. We are poisoning the land. There are so many things we are doing. If you look at the way we are running our society as a country and nation, the future is in trouble. And I'll indulge you to allow me speak to you for some few minutes, and let's spend quality time interceding. I don't normally do this, interceding for country. This is very, very important, because this illegal mining thing, I just remembered yesterday the sheikh and what they were telling me, that the amount of illegal gold that they bought, and they had records of it, but Ghana didn't have a record of it. The one Ghana have a record of was what the government sold, but the one Ghana didn't have a record of was more than what Ghana sold to them. And they have all the record and we don't. So for whatever reason, it looks like the rules and the laws are not working, because if anybody tries to make it work and enforce the law, we turn everything to politics. And if you don't do what I want, next time I won't vote for you. And so because people don't want to lose their seat in parliament, or they don't want their party to lose, they give in and allow lawlessness to continue.
And the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, General Overseer, at the Action Chapel International, and I would say war Casano, and I watch say video ne ebi ho eka ho na baby o start fee no o se shake bi efre no ana wo tu kwan wane ne yire ne ho kani etu kwan eko kuro bi so a very powerful country. And woman call shake bi wo mpanifo aman mu mpanifo no omni omko hia ya no omudidi na womudidi no ana nkomo hyase ba I say anda na dankwa kufuado anda Alhaji Mahmudu Baumia anda Kenofoyata wadwane afri Ghana akotena brochire se wo ma ne kuro mu bio no na saa time no womunya kwan to illegal gold womu timi nya kwan efa kwati kwan so ewura o man Ghana mu eto gold efa sumasi to gold kwa aban ni nyamfa so bia wo ho enti omo record a womu wo no so omo hwemu a gold a Ghana for efa kwan pa so eto ma omo legal way no eye kuma bi na mum de omo fa sumasi eto Ghana no edoso yie pa na wabra omampani John Dramani Mahama ebetena banyamu bi oni NDC aban na fei omampani Paul Sami Jamfi se wono nkonko ye pani pa ewo gold board na wonhwe se sabre de ekwan bone a ebinim faso fasumase ede yen gold kwa bonte wobre kwa wo man no enya ho faso bia no onhwe se sade ne besi tubeka ya gold board betena so no ka se woni nkrata wontimi into gold wo ye foreigner na wo beto gold you have to come through gold board obi biara gold hu dwadie de ni nyina center gold board sisei so pe biato se wo ton eye wo mu na hwe so wo man Ghana ha enti sesei wanka se wo gold kura wo ese wo dem na se wo pese wo ton a wontimi ni obi ndele outside. So if you America ba wo gold wo pass nti wakoyi wo kohia no wo baabi eye illegal ye chewa e ho aso tweda ho gold board mra sabre ye wo ho a eye adwuma o man Ghana ha enti sa mra na gold board abaye ni nti ama shake na wo kon ho on Nicholas Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams kon ho a wokote sa asem no shake ne friend say de because of gold board nti illegal gold a no mo to wo krom ha no womu nya sa akonya ne nto gold ni biewu womu nya sa opportunity no because Sami Jamfi gold board mpanifo e wo ho Prince Kwame Menkamo ene the mayor mo Accra mayor mo kwanya mo fa so mpanifo e wo gold board kwanya mo fa so na woma yensiesi ahwe se kwamboni a Ghana fo bi ton gold de man crofo di free krom akọ wo brekwa wo man Ghana na gold ni free no enya mfaso bia no sabre wo ma sisa kwan ni nyina no enti sa krona wono kọ ho no wo mo friend say anko betimi anya kwan bi ada ho anko betimi ase ato gold ni bi di afa ase ana because sa illegal gold no mo ntimi entobio enti Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams asema o kan say kwanya gold board afaso na oye djuma na bebo man Ghana ntino nipa bia wo mo mpese gold board ye betena wo mo mpesa ye die ne dia ma o man Ghana no e fight gold board enti wono ne na asore ne Ghana fo nyina asore no mo mpa ye se gold board ebe ye djuma gold board betena se na timia sumo man Ghana if say gold board eka ho ana sabre yen dollar to cedi rate no etimi agina brane gold board eka ho and economy ni emu aye din yen foreign reserves moving from 10 billion to 13 billion dollars ni nyina a gold board input fit ten trade our man we ehunu say ye to gold wo krom ha eye afie starting last year owura Sami Jamfi Esquire ebetena gold board so ano man Ghana anka setimi anyamfa so woni gold I wo krom amu. Under the previous administration, Obia Penoye. Even Pennyfo and Cassa no much or minus no, and fuck what you can so the gold free of my Ghana moa, Echo Tong, at the sickening in our show moa, Penny, Sempoa, Capretro, Emma, a minor footum, Monfen Yam Puntu, maybe our my Ghana. Yentie Archbishop Nicola Duncan Williams Bio, na a seminal, Yentias ye, Yentien Marintosa.
Many years ago, Rosa and I went somewhere, very powerful country, and we were privileged to have dinner with some of the ruling families right at the top of that country, at the Middle East. And whilst we were eating with some of the people in authority, they mentioned Ghana gold, the gold in Ghana, and did say that the amount of illegal gold that they have received and recorded from Ghana was more than the one that was recorded by the country, the nation itself. And the amount of the illegal gold they recorded that they received or bought from Ghana, the amount was 3 times more than what the government recorded and sold to that country. It disturbed me, it really broke my heart. And he did mention that the people doing this are very, very powerful people and have some very serious money. I just thought about it and I left it. Then when the gold board came in, this time around with this new administration, and put the gold board in place and started dealing with the illegal mining and trying to regulate things, I had few calls from 1 or 2 places, including that country. And they said if I knew anybody at the top, because they are not getting the supply of the gold like they used to in the past, from the black market, whatever. So if I knew somebody, they would want to approach them, and the amount of money they were talking about buying, which they were buying before and they couldn't buy again, was a lot of money.
And the Archbishop Nicola Duncan Williams, General Overseer Edema Action Chapel International, and a fe wasin ababe church assembly ha ye ediama wono because of gold board. Now, and Crofona no to gold illegally under the MPP regime, no. Wamunya access and fa illegal gold in Fikromo and Kobio. Chomo friend say, or no as Archbishop, no betimi and yobia, obeti mini omadisa, a sumasi ganwana. If they say, Sami Jamfi Esquire, gold board penny, why yense say the atowa, se wo ye Ghana ni now the gold, yes, I will first sumasi ni echewa, and Mrawa ye do bejina quartwa, ni a sefatobia ye debe sell kong. If it's a embra abababata, so illegally, you can't be trading gold. As an individual, ewo Ghana ha, se gold ne se wo dem o bedroom kranwa. Won't me say, my fa, mi will be America or ba me to amano, ye chewa, asotwe wo ho. It in semwa, Archbishop Nicola Duncan Williams, na walker, Eddie afa gold board huni ewo ne papem, but yentie Alexander Fenyo Marken. And the Kwame Sefakai, a piece from Bium, Kwayo Mofaswa, almost twisting seminal. You better try to make somehow.
Then a goosey gold na gold board for 1 ton.
When you got gold,
gold corner, Abada one. osododo wonton gold mbokao anonya ahen ayi parliament minority for na yere kade gold board abokao yembo yeni timi bi na yere ka oye IMF won enum sama nwa atwa abenya ajatum chama misi dubio abenya ajatum oninti na governor oba out to issue statement there says ya no efi azinum ibi o nsuso ye sha ze ye ka wasem no fees no sha se wo 15% oha inchem denu no osododo ye ka wasem no wo ba pado be hyehyɛ ahoroba nanso wo free board meeting na wo ka review yi what atene ba 9%. Iti wona na ka akojusem Musa Batwa me peda me bisa no on find out from gold board whether there yaba out no we review fees no to 9% and what the crop 5%. Iti send ye ka wasama one jintum that them 22 billion cedis no or yesika nche wobotu was a complete agenda 111 wobotu mo dey create opportunity ma woni youth no because NDC youth when you do NDC youth pi na ra what di party echi won kasa won impayfo kakra na na wozi del.
Well, anyway, so for paying Nicholas Duncan Williams, us yambon pay my gold board.
Wajatum.
Because gold board was it sumboni bina humboni bina wechi.
Opening video no. Chairman.
Yes, the payable better.
Minority.
No.
Minority. Sa akorisem na yareka. No do sofo Duncan Williams ne zo kan so akoris.
Enti Alexander Afenyo Mark no ore kwa misifa kai e o Peace FM eniema we na ekọ so. Ya bo videos ni nyina ma wate. Ehye fa ana wo te say Archbishop Duncan Williams say sunsun boni bi e wo gold board nti ye mompai ne entu sa sunsun boni ne femfiri ho. This is Alexander Afenyo Mark, the minority leader ogina MPP for anem e wo mrase bedwam. Abribia meka say with the likes of Alexander Afenyo Mark and the nipa bia edi MPP for anim sesia no, it will be the biggest mistake of this country if in the nearest future, like 30, 40, 50 to 60, 70 years, say one mind way ebe person di to me be MPP for nsa bi wa. Alexander Afenyo Mark and mranim ni ono ankasa a lawyer or say mrase bedwani with much experience why majority leader paying se sia or minority leader or enyema bebre no why wa memwo mu asabre de anka wasanka Alexander Afenyo Mark ntiwei anka oti afutufu anim anka o ye niema anka winibafo efutufo sabre ya omohwem o TV sui anka they are proud of Alexander Afenyo Mark. But look at a lawyer. Look at a lawmaker, a legislator. Watim na sebedwam ehwo ne yese o man Ghana emra ehwo ne ye fa ye bo man Ghana tofa epegan di chichiri kro. So if you have leaders like Alexander Afenyo Mark or my way that you fa danano God board aboka but bepe me na me ne ode ka say Alexander Afenyo Mark ntimi nka say eye 2 cedi na enie mikuta document e kire say God board ton God ba ku mienu miensa e 9 we sika ye de man no anso enti waboka enya me nwanwa ye wo national executive aspirant wo gina bedwam e ka say one opposition, so they don't need facts. All they need to do is propaganda. Woman can sema enim. Woman can't draw. DMPP. They be a make a safa sa manyo no. I don't hate them. No. I only hate their governance because ain't me M1 or my Ghana and fan in Tima Pebi in Frada. Alexander Afenyo Mark anka ye suan ye me free ni ho because experience a wagada, but as a member of parliament of his status I was a lawyer na se otimi kwotena radio kase na otum futuro gunkrofo ani na onya obeti se Kwame Sefakaya some of us ye suan no ma sa adwuma we draw yen komo But I am there. Whatever we wanted to learn from, personally, I wanted to learn from Kwame Sefaka. He is a senior colleague. I respect him so much. But adeɛ baako pɛ na mepɛ sɛ meka kyerɛ Kwame Sefaka sɛ me bra pani sɛ me wɔfa sɛ me nua a yɛyɛ saa adwuma wei sɛ bibi biara na yɛ mu bi yɛsua firi ne hɔ no yɛsua wie. So whatever he wants to do ɔnka hu sɛ ebinom nso hwɛ no. Minim sɛ Kwame teborɔfo paa ɔkɔ school ɔkɔ apeman and someone the general overseer of the acting Chapel International Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams ekan no emu dia hi na ka se sunsum boni bi wo God board nti ye mompa ye ne ye ntutu ma wom video no ne ya body a kire tie fo ne ahwefo no. But Kwame Sefaka timi tena ye friend say ne radio so say Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams say sunsum boni wo God board nti Ghana fo mompa ye no muntu aya he fa video na me bosi ni na ye fa. It's another the end of the as I said, I respect him so much. He's a senior colleague and Manon Timin Trana Dana, and crowd him in Yabida. Name him unkai no one say, baby, what's no Kwame, a year or mine a war some noa. And so will be a bar, no matter your affiliation with that person. I was a Kwame. Umfano kre and nejuma. Omam no kre naho. Uma juma na wo ye no eso man fa so ma Ghana for rather than a few people be a wo mabom tirimu pobone say wo man Ghana ye die wo man Ghana hoto wo man Ghana bekoso no emma so wo man yimu da ebi Alexander Afenyomaken. I will say it here, I will say it wherever I get the opportunity. Time wa sa gold ya na illegal gold ya Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams eka nwa semni nyina no na Ghana ye gold for oil na Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, the then vice president of the republic, na oda no. I am asking any member of the MPP say omra metre yen that impact, little impact a gold for oil nyaye wo brekwa na Ghana gold nyina yesesa ade kwa ma no ne say ye kwa kwaje fang wo aba kromu a impact be ne be enyaye. For then nam 18 cedis, then nam 19 cedis, then nam 23 Ghana cedis per liter. Ewo kromwa, we were still doing gold for oil. Gold ahi ana Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia the entire MPP. One more so the kwa broche so the kwaje oil the aba. I am asking Alexander Afenyomaken say they should come and account for the gold for oil. Gold wa the kwaje oil ba kromwa. Na yen hwa de. Ti asema Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams kan. Was say shake no friend and a penny no friendly patch say sika or boss say illegally incompatible to gold no and yard the ketwa and under another kwaku fado Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia any kind of rata wagani free or memo and to say who share said ye na one more signs are sia and young one was say in the year 2022 November His Excellency Nana kwaku fado a passy LI 2462 a legislative instrument a mahu kwan ama yen forest reserves no yebetimi aye mining ewom na nadan kwaku fado pe ana otimbe ye saade no wono no de sa emra ne baye say yen forest reserves no say yebetimi akoye mining wom ene ya mene wo de kasai honorable Emmanuel Amakofibu and His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama wo mo bai pa wo mo se da bi yen penifo nim de nti asa forest reserves no mo bo ho ban me beto yi enti the LI 2462 no me no de ka say wo ma yie free ho a wontimi wura yen forest se wo kwakoye mining wo ho eyemra kese aye chi wa wawu banana dan kwakufuado under him o ma ho kwa me ye pass sa amra no e wo krom ha hwe godu a wo mo de fa suma se koton ye sika sham pipi fo to no. Every time a shandy form penny for the especially the security agencies are what's some more Jessica free MPP for no me shamudin Sika MPP for Kutano a national security threat ewo krom ha the amount of money the one more threat na abanya juma mu kura akwose shomoto from National Service Authority or Sesibanchi and gift your worry mensa National Signal Bureau Kwabena Dubu ahene to a National Food Buffer Stock Company, Abdul Wahab Hanan. to Ameya Kumfimu Sky Train Sputnik V Asle wusumu niema woma ye no krom ha sika akose MPP foto a ye Ghana de no se NDC fo anje a ye national security threat ehu won betimi adane o man we abutu hwe godom de first sumase a Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams eka and nay abena se asare ana ne deputy ne way ne boss any Ken Oforiata wo bra MPP e wa ban mu a eno ama sabre de Ken Oforiata dwane afi krom ha e wo sikasem o me ye ne basabasa abena se asare gusu wo Ghana ha e kasa se wo mani mu aden na gold board kra boka ye hwa abena se asare mra e be beto adwedi so ma
na unya mu hu ye sabe enye obi na chi akola nyame nyoma e koso nye di adanse ese nko yesa ka ho asem so a ye be chi wan ka ho asem so a ese ti dia na wo ye ka na wo be ka ho asem nyoma nko yi na ni ya mo se ye we die me mi di kan ko kan ye ye ka che me se de me nye papa a be fu aka oh god is sem ese si ye hwehwe esa se e ya ho me se Sabio, I'm getting for go the worker. Now a whole establishment. If we don't go, we are worker to the children. I am up here with IMF reports who problem my share. And I can't say, I'm a boy. A castation must be on gold and walk. Be on gold and walk out my yet. I have said that don't go about 1.7 billion US dollars. And no one going. Thanks to your streets. Yet you know, we are no my own. It's Brother Muhammad here with you. That's what the man that you blow.
Honorable Abena Osei Asare Mami Wano ana na wo ye your friend say the deputy finance minister wo bra na Ken Oforiata eteso say o man Ghana ye obi a ye ni abre a say ade a NDC abaye ni abre a mami we by this time I was saying kogina court bi say o man Ghana NDC aban ana His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say ade o mani abre pa e was saying ka Abena Osei Asare by this time ogina mranim say na me hu no public account committee so na oto no kasa na me BP kosoro obede no ma Abena Osei Asare a or deputize Ken Oforiata wadwane afi kroma in the history of the Fourth Republic ekra na make Fourth Republic in the history of this country Kwame Nkrumah twa o man fruma finance minister bia ni wa wadi ade ni wadwane awie me se meka sa asem we sa apart from Ken Oforiata the deputy ni Abena Osei Asare and then Abena Osei Asare say gold board boka gold for oil and moka but gold board boka it is abre o mine mo yeden na okokan so ane achewu na ye kan sam de gu hufi Abena Osei Asare wo mayani abre anka wo senko wo court by this time e wo senka Abena Osei ogina trial because the boss no wadwane no Ken Oforiata no waton wura mu no but of course as usual your politics it's Abena Osei Asare and net one of my mountain when someone walking the finanum and now at the public account committee so your chairperson it's one no quarter to Crawford woman did dream katashe e wo mo mrase Abena Osei Asare my way ye ni abresi e bete kire o man ye ni my way ye pese ye ni because these people they should have been behind bars by now. Nanko mining hunu sampa se ye ni ambre se ye ku keta se ye ku proye but Abena Osei Asare as usual one am bonten one am no tete public account committee so na ye sen tua ne ka na ogi sika na odi se wono hwe kutu okoka kire obi se ne hutuntum ne woni boss Ken Oforiata ye wo kromu ano sika mo afa mo nsase wo kromu ano ono aba Abena Osei Asare e ho na Ghana mu nya din ye no mine won kire ne ye se ye ni abrea ka by this time ono abo Abena Osei Asare anka wosen ko gina court ana odam no hunu se dwumadi one ne boss bedi wo kromu ano e di wo man Ghana nya mu bi da bia meka ya ye kom yɛhwɛ adwuma no yɛhwɛ yɛyɛ kɔ yɛnim but edu baabi na menyanya ebeto jana fa baabi abi abusan to dwumadie no so na afei yɛnkɔ yɛnim the minority leader and the future member of parliament Alexander Afenyomarkin me ne ode ka say de wadi nsankyerɛfoɔ ayi anim ama wɔn makasa gold board ho nsɛnsɛm ya some of the good guardian bebre kwa yɛnkɔ press conference ne wɔn yɛ beto adwumadie nso ama.
The losses generated by gold board's own purchasing, pricing, and sales decision can no longer sit on the bank's books while gold board enjoys the credit. What we are witnessing is a disingenuous accounting arrangement, clean on the surface, dirty in substance, and it is ordinary Ghanaian taxpayer who is left carrying the risk. That ends today. We are asking straightforward questions, and we expect straightforward answers. Who are the off-takers? Why were sales discounted? And why is the mandate to trade gold on the country's behalf producing losses the country was never told about? Now, let me deal with the numbers Ghana cannot ignore. The IMF tells us that 17% of the value of every ounce of gold sold by the Bank of Ghana simply disappeared. It vanished into the gap between the rates paid to miners and the rate used for the books. Add the fees paid to the middlemen. Add the discounts handed to off-takers. This is not rounding error. This is not teething trouble. This is a structural bleeding of our national purse. And it was not the opposition that found it. I repeat, it was the IMF's own economists, and the government has accepted. Now look at what this bleeding has done to our central bank. By the fund's own numbers, the Bank of Ghana's equity stood at negative 93.8 billion cedis at the end of last year, negative 6.7% of GDP. Our central bank is technically bankrupt, therefore. And the single biggest driver of that collapse in the 2025 was gold operations, gold board. Gold board's own domain, 22 billion cedis. That's equivalent of the 1.7 billion US dollars in 1 year alone. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let's call it what it is. These losses are not bad luck. You don't trade in gold and make losses. They are not a difficult market. They expose the crass incompetence of gold board's management and misaligned policy of the government. No serious institution loses this much money by accident. This is what happens when an untouchable few are handed the nation's gold with no one watching and no one willing to ask questions. Ghanaians have already sacrificed much to keep this economy standing. We tighten our belt for the sake of stability. That is why it is so painful to watch this scheme quietly give away sums that will make any right-thinking citizens weep. We did not endure hardship so that billions could vanish into unexplained spread and unnamed off-takers. Let us be honest about what $1.7 billion actually means.
Alexander Afenyomarkin, honorable, one minority leader, Efutu MP. Ana sabre womugusua gold board boka enokra my Bank of Ghana, which is our central bank now. Sabre eka babeda hokra de. Emi se wura hokra once the kra wutimi nyi no de apie. Alexander Afenyomarkin. Still woguso ade Efutufoɔ anim etwi fam. The people of Efutu, these are some of the things your MP is doing. MP Alexander Afenyomarkin, when all year otumfutro gun krofani. Otumfutro. Anna, we are boka. In the year 2022 or 2020, Bank of Ghana boka 60 billion Ghana cedis under MPP. Under MPP, over 60 billion Ghana cedi. Then I'm on and you better be. But be a modi on my Ghana ko say ye no. And ye nyamia by this time combine wa hifa honorable. ti mo bɛkɔ so asɛe ɔman ne saa mo de mabɔ mo tirim pɔ sɛ ohuriye moja bɛkɔ so agyina MPP foɔ mo tirim na makɔ so abere bia motumfu turo de agu Ghana fo ani asɛe kuro no saa ɛyɛ sɛ ya na mo bɛbɔ mo braba wɔ krom ha mo bɛtwa ntoro asɛe bibia bibipa bia bia mo bɛsɛe no na Alexander Fenyomaken any MPP foɔ a wɔn de 8 years pɛ ɛbɔ besia over 60 billion Ghana cedis wɔ krom ha ebinsi da obra His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama from Kwame Nkrumah Mreso 1957 ebepim 2016 ana yeto aba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama every sukwatena fie no Ghana public debt na da on a little over 120 billion Ghana cedis if it Kwame Nkrumah Mreso amam penifo abedi ko nyina na a little over 120 billion Ghana cedis na Nadankwa Akufo-Addo Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia any Ken Kuntunkunu na Nayaw Oforiata a wadwane free Ghana from 2017 up to 2025 January 7th no musi form no ma besia over 600 billion Ghana cedis na Nadankwa Akufo-Addo Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ade no mde ye wo krom ha ayade adea monkyere ayade adea ana mde ye wo krom ha but these people are there working freely. One gusu kasa. Now 1.5 years under the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, any NDC administration, achievement tabano obiano obetimi compare na Nadankwa Akufo-Addo ni Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia 8 years no ube challenge ya brabet na hanom yen liste na yembo boso hospitals ahodo amububugu ye amantimi city sell la polyclinic ene brala for when ni be hwade so many they can say Omampani John Dramani Mahama on bond market enkoje 1 cedi bosia ye Accra Kumasi Expressway many they can say account wo 1.7 billion dollars dem twen say ye be vegetation a soldier for asrafo mo kwan so ebu nu egu se de be kwan no be de ho no wo mu wi sika wo de be kwan no 1.7 billion dollars at the account mu twen yebeye sa kwan no still na Omampani John Dramani Mahama ni NDC aban wo ko foreign market wo ko bond market wo mo besia ye Ghana high sika ya no mo dane na gold board ataya kire enti ane se gold board beboa no Omampani John Dramani Mahama any NDC aban ni ma banyam dia ye MPP for ye fight gold board ye twan to gold board so ye say gold board boka eno na Alexander Fenyomaken eguso awo ye no bibia nim bio but se si amene wo de ka say de aye me dane say Sami Jamfi Esquire CEO Edema Ghana Gold Board waboa na sabre Ghana yensi kasema gina brane economy no atem din enam kwampa ene hyehyeye waye na gold bi e be fi oman mu no oman Ghana eti so mfa so nti nyame yade mo china the government accountability series ekoso wa bankesie mu no organized by the government communications no Sami Jamfi Esquire Gold Board penny say ensem ni nyina wo ba be jam buburija wo china ene ne ya hyehyɛ niema wa ye ba be jam but ye be twen nyame yade mo china nsem no ne ya bomode abie conversation num ti nyame yade mo china 11 am pepepe mo obi emese uhwe TV SYZ ti power 97.9 FM koyen social media platforms no at Power 979 FM TV XYZ and afa YouTube ye XYZ broadcasting ubenya bi ahwe na ensem a owura Sami Jamfi lawyer penipa oda Ghana Gold Board ano na waboa na sabre de wo man Ghana ye ti yen gold so mfaso no ensem a ode beto dwa wo kena no wa bomodin per radio per TV tena ho na tie bi na hunu se ensem a eye Alexander Fenyomaken and the entire MPP minority the minuscule micro minority their importance is very little minimal ye hunu wom so mo ni mrase be yom kro mo ni won entro wo de nam wo mo twagu gold board hu fi no sa asem no sa na tie ana senye sa na tie de be ko so ni aka no kre ni e de akere mo anopa awia ene anwumire ensom amanyuko ya som o man Ghana so mine fa ntem apa bi difra nti mokotumfu turogu nkrofo ni a wo dwumade yesu ye ba biem ye de no kra no bedadi Near Musa Alexander Fenyomakin and the entire MPP for Mu Chantro Tum Futuro Gugana for any say the good word for you and I can't ever and so in Tessa Honorable Munyai Wati Momo mining fun and Tima Pebinfra Mumma the less privilege one more what down one more Madina one more Domi one more Simon one more your friend is saying BI or Doko a bit more 1,000 Ghana cities. 2,000 Ghana cities. What the year Dokunaton, what the Francosia or 100 cities, or Madina, what the Francosia Gupa, Muno, Watono, Binswetim, Gosiani Meko, no so any daily bread, no. Those people, Mumma Sabreya or Mampani John Dramani Mama, with all the experience, our gata. No, they be sumo may I yes say padia boa or ye aquine dia maye or ye hospitals are what dia maye or be a school sumu and they are they can say by the end of 2027 ayura 2028 double track system and another kwakufado any large mamudu baomia and the buy say free SHS no e be gu ye secondary school no me know they can say ye see infrastructure sahodo e was secondary schools no upgrade schools no say beye na the normal system and near the school no ye be hwe so near this is akopepepe. This is governance. 8 years mo the free SHS baye mo ntimi a mo kitchen mpo amfa ntare ba bia ana mo free so na mo be say ye nkola ne life omo wi SHS na hwi ni omutirim enenei ye nya abanya wono abadaye wodi nyamesuro esese niema en mo pese mo twantro yane mu okromu ha obi ana enya de obi a ho beto ne da private legal practitioner ye fi good bond semine kakra nyame ya admo chena sami Jamfie Esquire obeto aso private legal practitioner aya Tadio sorry mranim ni kese pa e wo man Ghana ha legal vacation ho sensem a ekoso no wode nanu atum de ne waka yenko tie mre bebeto admedi so.
I think maybe lawyers don't tell their story well, but the legal vacation is very important for lawyers. But if as soon as a decision is taken, you don't engage the decision in any way, and you are hearing news about how people are biased and press conferences are being organized, and that's not how to resolve it. And that's not a legal way of resolving issues. They can't, I'm not, sometimes, I mean, with all due respect to my colleagues, some of whom are senior to me, they are my good friends, you can't say you are boycotting courts. If you write that type of letter put out there in the media to the Chief Justice, if he doesn't put on a matured cap, his reaction to it will be negative. That you are the Bar Association, but I am the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. So it set bad standards and very low standards. And as a member, I think we need a revolution within.
Private legal practitioner, Tadio sorry a law. Ana uhunu so kasan onimumra ye pa kotuno Supreme Court na wo biebie mremu de mre di asemo ana hu se papa yi ana wo kano se wuntimi nka se legal vacation wo ho na ehu hiama lawyers ne de but wuntimi nka se wo boycott court because there is a legal vacation nteni se wo court kura na de yemi nwanwa wo MPP for won say at your time, at your tenure, legal vacation koso na Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokunu, the former Chief Justice, has selected some of the courts. Samonko, Namonko Yejuma, Adena Edu and the NDC there. And before Kasa same way yet. The Deputy Attorney General, Justice Simsai, Waka was say the Ghana Bar Association, 170 lawyers and 170 or more can the legal vacation only kwanye ni se wamukwa court no enim rabia mu enti enim ran to medicines.
The impression which the GBA and the council on the defense council also are creating is that the courts are only conducting trial in these particular oral cases, and that is also false. There are cases, oral cases before some judges who are not vacation judges. Those cases are not moving because the judges in those cases are on vacation. So if it were something that we are trying to manipulate and we have the power to do, then it's possible. Then I don't see why we should allow other cases like SCB and others to go on vacation.
Is the NSS case being had during vacation?
No. So you see, it is not true that we are designing so that oral cases move. There are other oral cases that have not been part of any legal vacation. The judges are on vacation. Untumi's Exim Bank is before a different judge. The judge is on vacation. We can't do anything until she comes back. The Nimri Forest case is before a different judge. So there are oral cases that are not being heard in any court because those judges are in vacation. And again, it is not also true that these judges are hearing only oral cases. Every case in their court are being heard. So if you take the specialized court, one for
Achibonga's court.
Achibonga is the one hearing the OSP. OSP has some cases before him. And those cases are also being heard. Those are not oral cases. And there are other cases that they are trying which are not being heard in other criminal courts and other courts, and across the country. So I see it as a propaganda to get a certain result, which is that let's interfere with the process so that we do not have so that we delay the trial. And because these lawyers know that these vacation judges will go on vacation in October when the others come. And the same argument will be that, well, if you're on vacation, you cannot conduct trial. So by succeeding in preventing these vacation hearings, what they have done is that they have securely adjourned all these cases to what? January 2027. That is the effect of it. And I don't think that's what the Constitution intends. So if anybody is manipulating the rules of courts and the judicial system to pervert the course of justice, definitely will not be the Attorney General who is conducting trials in accordance with law and practice of the court, but the one who is trying to change the practice to suit, their interests. And I think the public, I'm happy because when I see the public response from your media and your website, and I think the public understand clearly that this is strange because the public, they live this life and they know that during vacations, cases have been heard and decided. Trials have been held during vacations. So they are actually surprised that all of a sudden there's an argument that cases cannot be heard. And I'm happy. And that sets my heart at rest because then I know the people I'm serving know that this is the place of the law and that I am not doing anything. My boss is not doing anything and President Mahama is not doing anything to pay the course of justice, but just allow in the system. I believe the Supreme Court would uphold the practice, which is that vacation judges should be allowed to do their work as they have always been doing, and that there's no rule of practice or any tradition which allows lawyers to determine the pace of the court. I mean, in this case, as you said, I want it to continue. Counsel on the other side doesn't want it to continue. So there's a conflict at the bar. Why do we have judges to resolve that conflict? And so it cannot be that the courts expect that lawyers will sit in their chambers and decide that they will not come to court because it's legal vacation, and by that then their position holds. It doesn't work that way anywhere. And let me just add to this, and this is in respect of the Eduboyan case. And at the end of this explanation, it should be clear to you what the goal is about all this legal vacation. So as far as the Eduboyan case is concerned, our last witness has been in the box for how many weeks? Almost 6 or 7 weeks of cross-examination, which is extremely long. The judge has had the occasion to caution counsel that if you don't end this your cross-examination, I'm going to compel you to end because it's been overly long. Now, by negotiation at the bar as usual, the judge gave counsel 4 days. That was before the legal vacation. Defense counsel has used 3 of those 4 days. The only thing left is 1 more day for him to finish. And when he completes, what's going to happen is that the court will adjourn and give them 2 weeks, minimum of 2 weeks to file their submission of no case because we have closed our case. That doesn't require you to come to court at all. After the 2 weeks, when we are served, we're also given a period of time, usually 2 weeks or more, to also respond to their submission of no case. That also doesn't require that anybody comes to court. That's 1 month already. That's even if the judge takes the minimum period. That's 1 month. So August would have been gone without anyone coming to court. Now, after that, the judge will adjourn to consider our various submissions. Usually we'll give a week or 2. That takes us to middle of what? September. Then the judge will come and give a decision, a ruling on the submission of no case. If the judge upholds the submission of no case, that ends the case. The accused person is happy and is gone home and the case is over. So if it's about good faith, I believe that as a defense counsel, we should be interested in how soon this will end so that we even have more space next legal year. But that is not the case. Now, let me take the other side. If the court holds that the submission of, dismisses the submission of no case and directs the accused person to open their defense, this is what is going to happen. The judge is bound to give the accused person 3 weeks to file their defense. That takes us into what? October. Still, this doesn't require you to come to court to do any business. Then, after you file your defense, that's witness statement for your witnesses, then the court will set another day for what we call case management conference, which is usually another 1 week. So, even with this Edubuahin case, if the court is allowed to proceed as it's supposed to, there will be only 1 day in the legal vacation that there will be any court proceedings. The rest will just be filing, ruling, counter filing up to like November. So if counsel is telling me that he has booked so many things and that he's so busy that he can't do one more day, and yet is filing other cases in other courts, it tells you what is at play here. And it's not, it is not a question of legal vacation or not. It is a defense strategy.
It's Justice Dr. Shimsai, one of Deputy Attorney General, and watch Chirimu, was a lawyer for Mumuni, say, one say, main courts, a biniho. And I say, legal vacation by your vacation judges. You are more much not, some more person more twice no mudi. Your lawyer for the bachelor say, young court. No crown case no person mudino. And yes, there be a way be on betting me a cobe back one. I mean, the accounting I file or document Fabra. Yabisa way Fabra, Fatre, Janya de Cray pressure BRT. Dear Intina Sabre, dear. O call the office of a year Samuel Atachia, ne chambers are. Watch all the accord, watch petition the accord or the command chief justice. Sansona Godfrey the Abo Dame, the former attorney general. On a sort petition or the accord. Ye were legal vacation into Argentina Yembra Court wana Victoria. I know Samuel Okude Tomo Chambers. One so much trunk Tadiako. Woman Nina MPP for one more trunk Tadiako Chief Justice a Ghana Bar Association for Atai Omechi. Say one more ding na woman stop it say legal vacation. What the identity was some court. Yes, that is the situation. And the Deputy Attorney General Church and Semuno. Now why are dear Debbie Amika Nasadia woye and yano cre would they fan say the atoso na court say o din in tem na wasumo adwowa Debbie Abesori akokot ada na wompene ada na udwane say asem si na say asem ne dansefo ni ho a say wo de twere ho na anye ye eya fato ho na hwade ubehunu nokre wa asem num ye twa asem ni bi ne de danse aden na mompene say court ne bekoso atenase no ma ye ade ne ntentem se be ye ne ya san wuti sikasem bi ade ato so ente saa MPP lawyers for pe na esu ana Ghana Bar Association for akwata o machi ana the MPP ana legal vacation course wa the former chief justice Gertrude Arabe Sabasaki toknu epe vacation judges are no mo toa ensem ano mo di so no wo hunu say lawyers bi every the chambers of the NDC ana chamber bia atro the akose there's a legal vacation going on. Eni say, yedi asemwana. No. It never happened. But today is the NDC in power. It is a legal vacation. Kwa so dia. Eni say a legal vacation bia. Monfre MPP lawyer bia muni say under the MPP legal vacation kwa so no. Not trials gusu kwa so anase ankoso. Ask them. These people, you believe them at your own peril. You trust the MPP at your own peril. And sometimes some of us will come in hard and question the Ghana Bar Association. Say, your friend is saying, "Etimo moya aware." Say legal vacation kwaswa. Ye timi Chief Justice timi appointed vacation judges momudi asemo ana. Enei motimi ajebre. Edi atuso. Say, there's a legal vacation. I don't know court, no judges and they say lawyers some mumra court. Ghana Bar Association, legal vacation will cromada. Judges, vacation judges, any lawyers, to assembly no moody. Are you for a few people like the MPP? And as a Ghana Bar Association, lawyers say, "Wo Ghana nyina a your montina momu or mu interest in Tina Motiwa." As we know, Mrs. Fuagati, a year Joe Gate or year MPP near non MPP member will be an imnayere, and a year national president, Edema the Ghana Bar Association. Yanka be being fang so na yen sinipo. Say nunti na abiri bia asem bi bebe o man we mu enya legal vacation nkwa ho nsem but abiri bia asem bebe o man we mu na fa MPP fo ho no the interest of the Ghana Bar Association is different. The interest is different. NDC dia but dane na ko MPP fo side dia dabi ade bia AC sabre MPP fo ye ne mo ho obi ankasa krom ha. Everybody was quiet. But nay, I was saying, Yanko, young dede. I was saying, Nianko Casaho, if you say NDC for Anetia Bem, Niama Ghana for who say, and yet, I deal with credit being see that you won't be there with Chroma, and Tiano Freva. Okay, we say, I told Median so, Emma Waha, na Yansha and Semino Ewahono. If you are, so, yes, in 2023. Tadio sorry. Okasa ye. Yenshe no brana okokot, yes. During vacation period no na Tadio sorry. Ekokot. Ne court warning. And down in 2023. Under the former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia any Keno Foriata wajania free Ghana no. Yenshe the wom. I say by court, although a warrant has been obtained for the case to be continued during the vacation on August 1st and 2nd. Mr. Sorry indicated that he would need altogether 12 hours to conclude his cross-examination in view of the additional documents just filed by the prosecution. In the circumstances, we shall continue on 1st and 2nd August 2023 at 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. each day, and then 13th and 20th of October 2023 case completion plan prepared. Where SGD Efia Sewa Asaribotri, Mrs. Justice of the Court. Where 2023 Tadio sorry, our custody for legal vacation no. And yet the court no demand in here. Not our courts 2023 legal vacation was so not Tadio sorry yes on court no court no tinem and they other than MPP fosu someone attaching other than usu sa document we hunu da Godfrey the Ebo Adame the former attorney general on no your attorney general and a court no and this idea way to war and Tadio sorry so seminar was so mudi even though there's a legal vacation there was so mudi and that why other than MPP fosu MPP lawyers, Samuel Atachia, Godfrey the Ebo Adame, why are you crying? What has changed? The Beccan of Cranacha Wanopa, a Riani and Numere, a Bribia Yebenya Sakwenye, say Yendin Ukraine French Ghana for no matter the color. Yebeccan of Crandiacho. I was saying, Victory Gallic Mr. Fosse and Femera, Woman Ra, Woman Wakwaya and Faso, net to Yariwaho door, I say, Ewo Nipeduemono. But more than Nasha Jumedi and I TB said, O Yaria will move pet. Sorry, na coped when be a baby on to us. A young comrade and 20 minutes.
Enya Victory Gallic Mission na watini binatiatia in the same Brunitier. Now, no passam they say a drawing, a Juma 82 pan say a bepwa and an Sradia woni pediani muntin ama ato cra. The Dika baby or confitira and ma a draw unya a Victory Gallic Mission. If you cry over qua, and we want sana ba a victory and a winya victory no man soon biara, Ubenya will feature aqua empa bra, and no day chia will be a white tea, net jano, will be a white maka crabia no bread, Nana Kuma bonne peri nina a moja entering fat akuman quadrin and non a coffasa de never, or form a slow, so one several time. Ebia will sound say, and I will number of money see from the cry a view, and now I had to foresee the deform at home Pagwema, a victory and American farm. Unum victory as I know my ever boss rain nano, ebejai the oto wa na do a wentini na wo hia victory emframa nyankopon de ama yen se yehumi wo de wo humi a na wo tie so o bra eye victory ene betimi aboa wo ye wo bi wo so a wo ho na ne yemahye no a obi a na ne ka obi a nya ne hwe obi wo so na koma bɔ ne peri ni nyina mogya ne ntimi ne afusa ne ye wo ni padua no etro awunya ye victory garlic mixture de watwa bra ya bia ya na se kokodue ne nam no no ye ne basa eye victory ena me kamfo wunya victory bi no a ebeboa wo se doctor de wato aduro so sane a ubetimi anom victory na ka waduro wonna ne se waduro no na abenu ma meet abiasa no anom we so na abenu ma no anom victory no so achi meet abiasa wo ye ne sa bibia abede kama ma se wona se tata wo ye agya ho aduma mesraw edura me kamfo ma wa ye victory garlic mixture mesraw nipa ne bia danse a ye pese ye fa wo ma danse na tie na se wo so koto a ubenya sa danse kro no a
ntwe mi nyini mi mpedwa mi ntumi ni di mi yare so mane ko be 12 years ni ma num nduro kan mojeduru 5 minutes de tim matutu na se na meti TV ntumi na mehwe ne mu se moto nduro bi esi victory heba victory garlic mixture ne mi ntoduru sa wa moduru no asa moduru no eye papa ntumi ni di o mi din sa no me didi afi bi no se didi ya na afi insa na afi bi no ntumi didi bi afi mi di ma edrubone sa bi semi anu so no ntumi didi anu so mi be mu sa afi de anu so be du bi no ntumi didi bi afi mi hu de menya me won ti edo no kan wo TV so a na mi kutu bi ni me edo no anopa ani awiane anwumre no ande no si afi nyampara mi no adibia ntumi didi mi si afi na tola tamko ya black masa modro no tie edoni na nyame nhira mo
ajime pa me problem ye menstrual pains nda ne kakra o so me nyame menses no bosum ni ma me bre pa me brankasa me timi to tondro no na ne se manti se yesi ye bidro ha na makoto ba bia me we mitimi fa ka ekọ obi kru so ekoto bidro mitimi no bi chese na victory ni in fact I don't know minim die wo mu die me ko tobi me tie advert no TV so sada na me sorry anwunwe na me ko toye na dana me say ade yi to me paadi mu no moja tropa yi to me paadi mu ti me twa to me phone so kura say ha adwene a enka me de betum aka ho na ma hye te say so one hwe ye kwa baka se na bia me ya bo hye na me no maduro bi te say efi sada na yi sa moja troa no to me paadi mu no me nya mezi se no maduro e ma me hu sa emoja se bi like say kwoti te say ni nyina flow kama ti victory tie mintimi enja ento ho te to de bia na mo ba abasa mo mesoma abasa na edo ne me di hu adanse
obi si me de cholesterol sa de bone e na aba mi nipadua ma beje atenase waduro ye victory garlic mixture se wunya victory ni no ma cholesterol ne se ne nani e density bia no victory be yi ni nyina afiru nipadua no odofo wo pedua to anama ne 024 25 45 633 024 25 45 633 and now 020 129 3280 020 129 3280 a victory mkunimdie ne ade bremu.
Every human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. 6 natural mineral water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advert is FDA approved.
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to your butler, who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my potting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the Nsawam Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Na ede na ya obayi a oda former son ye funu emunumuni.
Oh, Mr. Entry, also yare ya titi be ben fie pi nanso ne yemu nyono da. Se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwe a ebe ya nwanwa.
Menyi ni se what also tamfo Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture yanum bom kutia also no bia ma no anom. Anka ne ho ato no dadaada. Also dro de eno ani Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture.
Ankom ni nchiremu.
Also ye kura eto ye funu ene ensunu mu. Etuma wo ye funu ekeka wa. Wogire ho a enyi. Also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebre a wadidi awie. So how eye also de a compare Hexa capsules any Hexa mixture nanum bom na ho ebeto.
Pedudu etu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 020-3822-855 Apinfo abatan ya woma won mofra no fo ene mofra woni mfie mienu enka ho Hexa capsules and in a mixture.
Also, time for
Life doesn't always pause when your favorite program starts. Some days, there's still one more break to finish. But that doesn't mean you have to miss your favorite show. Download the WAPS TV Plus app. It's simple, it's quick, it's free. Head to your app store, search WAPS TV Plus, download, and you're in. Your favorite programs can move right with you. Different places, different lives, same feeling wherever life takes you. It's your TV, your time, your way. Feel free.
If I cry na menyisika, etia ye mefui.
Ehifa pa na menya bosia, edia tre medjuma yimu.
Kai cry mabre, mi ye bosia ato taxi fufu. Suhum Rural Bank.
Suhum Rural Bank.
Yemamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ahodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Ene da so wo ho savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de akeka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 03422919896. Na won so wetumi aka se
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka owner.
Suhum Rural Bank entime pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
Obrempong eye adwumada. Eboa eyam aduane. Eboa eyi insa free ni peduane mu. Na eboa woni pedua ma etena ho yie. Nanso wonim se niema a yedi na yenom. Timi ma brebo ye adwumaden sen pote.
Me hunda. Me brebo ye adwuma pa. Ebia se me ntumi ye bibi boa me brebo.
Ani and nothing about the left here from the Moses Clinic, we have our center about herbal food supplement. We see pa the barberbo, ama a year juma ye.
Now, any juma.
Fatopa yenu, and opani and you na a boama berbo ye juma ye. Sunny a beya, a bit me and yam a jania woody, a sissy pejanimo, a ye moving see.
And no, I'm a brebo
Ubenya Left Kid wa pharmacy, herbal shops, ne supermarkets a ebenho. Sa wo pedudo so to a 0244 06 8447. Left Kid, wa wo brebo, wa wo ni pedua. Edro yi enye ma apemfo, e ma ema omomanofo, ne mmofo a wonya mfie dumie. FDA agi dwedie krato yi atum.
I was having some more Aquabaka CBU at about live on the TV XYZ and I Power 97.9 FM inside politics. Jumedie Anna Yeguswa Yede Esom Fisabre. And Quapem 6 p.m. Beboni. I said Jumedie and I said that some hodo are a trego. So Fay Anna Wodo Casa video na to the Akai Honey Jumedie mum Semwa Cano Penifo Fia. I babedi hun komona emunche mu esene fatano yet media asumo fie wo ka mu wadwumam baby biara watimi agebre says enenso yentimi ni dwumade no emfemu mu betimi ajoin ni dwumade live ewo Facebook and in social media platforms no ukopie mu Facebook at Power 979 FM ni TV XYZ na wabo modern agebre na wahwe dwumade ni bi na ukopie mu YouTube ya XYZ broadcasting na wo hwe dwumadie no adwenkyire bi abeba o kyire mbomode na fato ase ye be kenkan de aboa dwumadie na afi nso wahu sampa wo ka ho bi ano man Ghana guso a ofa ne ntema pa bi no de fra medin e de enke Obrempong Nyankopon hyira wa mempene da se da nyina no wo gebre se yenhia na yenni nkomo entan hyehye pa bi a aban mu mpanifo eye se wo man Ghana be koso no wafa ne ntema pa bi e de efra and today is a special day for my mom. Yes. Mama oye me mame and that screen so no mama oye me mame owo me Nyankopon hyira na onka ho akua bibi bia da wakoma so onfendomo me de me mpai bo nyina ne se obra wa bre e de atete ye nyina mamunum enya gro mema nko a oba fi asoja so na ma mi nko asim aso odene aso mre but nkwala ni nyame na maso mre enti no adena it's a wonderful happy birthday to you mama oye akua Nyankopon sha na onye okase pi odo tema a wanya de atete ya baby a ya ba bebedui Nyankopon hira na onka onye okase oma onyi nche na obre bi a wabre ne teso aba me enke Obrempong obakwa abno fusula bi de abribia masema me kan say was me mba wiase mu bio a million times me pese wo na wonya me maame if you say bia me nhia wo a anka bia ba bia me ti anka me nti ha ti magi Nyankopon hia na onka ho na kai hunu say ye nyina ye dopi efi k bepe me kujo broda nana yaw ye nyina see we show a wonderful happy birthday Mr. Frederick Ankra wono yewura ono so say a wonderful happy birthday to you eti akia ene me pon a mefrew na ye di nkomo me ma me de da bi o se eja na ya woto no kwabra me ano ya me din MBB fo ne de akia be ko so atwu mokwagu wo mo because omambo o man na dan kwaku fo ado ne Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia omambo o man ya bre enti me ko no de ye betwi agu ne mu be professional e be ye nokre ne aka na sa. It's a wonderful happy birthday to you. Minya pompe mefro na ye din komo. Ti abusia me ma me no yes. Mamoye. Eno ana beti mi aka. Mpese metire se mu bebere wa ha. Ye nto adwumadi ni so mfema am. Ex natural mineral water. Eye nsu abusia emuda ho krogin enie. Nti se wankasa wobeno mu nsuo wan ana wabusua ba bia wo be fa ne ho se wo adwumam wo ka mu ana ba bia obehu no ho no ensu a obetimi anom anya ahotoso ex natural mineral water bisia efise ensu a muda okrogin na enuane nu ahodo bia wo se ensu onya na ma wapomuden me ba cho ex natural mineral water ana me kan for dia ma wona nyimire se obema won se timi aka bi na woni abusua ni nyina aye ensu a muntimi nkonya ho na abiribia no amama ahotoso o mapomuden nsem obeye ye obeye wedding obeye party ubedi dwumadie biara a eno no ubehia nsuo di a7 nipa hodo eba wono a me ba cho mane ye ex natural mineral water be ma obia ho ahotoso wo nsuo a wono mu ahuru se apomuden ebe ne chefa ukọ Melcom ana mini mart bi ebe wa obenya nsuo bi na wato na emom wo shop na sesabre wo te sanka boy na open nsuo bi atu na nso waton waje ho faso agu botom a frɛ number si unsabeka ex natural mineral water ne bi agu shop na nso waton waje ho faso 0596273546 0596273546 and 0596273547 0596273547 ex natural mineral water simply natural. Benji Estate and Investment Limited edit 12 years and into the promotion aba say omon sase ahodo am wo nyina no wo mo tete so say be na Ghana for because so enya sa gidie ni arehemu no wo mumu said for the past 12 years wo mama nkrofuku ahodo bebere nsase ebidi asi om schools ebidi asi hospitals factories wo mamu fi om betenem asori baby biara wo nya sase de dwumadi bia no Benji Estate and Investment Limited ana wo benya hotoso ne de akọ efisa sase bia omde be ma no title land de da ya register nya fe na akọ akọtwe ho manso ya register de da de hianse wakọ na fe wonso akọ akọje asase ne bi na de si de opese de si bia wo de wani twrem ewo Chopolia airport area ho a omo one plot of land na 45,000 Ghana cedis omo 12 years promotion na ekoso ni ntino about 35,000 Ghana cedis a udru a na ya asase 70 by 100 wo mbetwa no mo de amount nemum so opese otua no installment flexible terms of payment a omo de be ma 40,000 Ghana cedis no ma ye hyehyɛ ya wo de betua asase ka kana hye no so se eba no nsuo any electricity a nyinam kane a wa asase no so de da very well demarcated land a wo mo de ma unto to ye na no na edansie no asase ekoso se be na wo so wasum ebejo wo omo sin ya chew anwea food trip wobra wo de wo hye wo dansie na se no wo to asase wo mo ho a wo mo chew anwea a ebeboa na watimi ede asi wasase no so na okwa asase na eye free yenye otakutro na ase simple ebiri mo ha kwa ositua site fee Benji Estate and Investment Limited entesa udu wa obi ani wo site fee na mu ye de wo be konso akwa be bi asase ne da woni je ho a wabo modern na afei wo mo aton ede ama wo mo provide site plan any indenture nyina ede ma na ama wadwuma wo kwakoye no atimi aye boko special package wo de ma companies organizations schools welfare associations ni other institutions mo pensase amoko ha Benji Estate and Investment Limited special package ni mam na other services a wo mo ye no e be a building construction what to asase ni wie uni obi obesi ama na se Benji steam a obesi di ama wo supply building materials wo ye rentals na fe house roofing some bebo dan so ama ni nyina wo ye bi Benji Estate and Investment Limited hwehwe ma kira kwan Tema Community 25 Junction opposite Goodness Filling Station for number see am dey go so no nsem ya makan nyina no bia na ohia nkyire mu foforo bi ofre omo de beso mo na so akope wasase na waba be ye landlord 0248 780887 0248 780887 and 0553 116 602 0553 116 602 Oko social media baby obeshia at Benji's no Benji Estate and Investment Limited now new medijuma Benji Estate and Investment Limited or own a property today follow social media platforms na fe bibiara entimi enye kama. We are still live on TVSYZ and Power 7.9 FM inside politics jumedie suni sama hodo itwa guso ewo oman Ghana mu a ne de mu nkyire mu esere fata eba ba bia wo no agebre hwe ya na se wutie ne ye de dwumedie e de abomu ene pania ye ne be de dwumedie we ne din e de Daniel Kwasi Ashiama se ne so maboni yama Ashama Daniel Kwasi Ashama ana yene no eba be de dwumedie na Daniel Kwasi Ashama eye Complementary Education Agency CEO Penny ababe kan yensa ewo fidue mu ne yen hyase na nsem wa aka no yeni hu nkomo ona ba kwa ba nyanko pando me ho ye na so and then they say what the be 40 years cry
me boa me ho aba 30
security ye dey exercise bi wo ho a wo ye the company for bebre tie dwumedie obi wo ha o nim ne me be ma na keep and I will look young na o ba me hwe nim honorable 40 years pa
ne me kan say medical check for na hwefo
very well.
Number 1 exercise there mean time me nya kwan
okay
but me exercise ni say me drive but then I learned to take things off my heart.
Oh, okay. Woman, man.
No. Me new can say me catch us me dia chow. Me catch us me fan chow so me fan chow. And that is that no me new bia what that you say no you go your life.
So bia we nipa now tired and same bi she utrim she wakoma mu a etimi
had you uti ho na udwi sa say be ka France fun. Do you get me right?
Okay.
It takes your brain. It takes your breath. It takes your heartbeat. Why should you do that? When so bet me what do you think you are doing to yourself? I said no, leave it to go.
One hour how?
I trust a human body a system. Your brain, your pulse, your everything a system. Inti udi niema elo dinusa eniema ehu hiao ye niema ehu hiano na udi lodi u brain any u pressure. Why? Just forget and let go in life. Live a simple life. Do you get it right?
Okay.
Very, very simple life.
Very well.
Hey, so we are saying Japan nyina obewu. Who need be susua obewu. So why do you worry? No, you don't have to worry.
Thank you.
So that is me.
Thank you.
I live my simple life. Eduani bia obi ade me de me nsoti eduani o. The best one cry is say abra ye tutu okwan ho. No say my pack be kana my toma de. Ade say constitution ka say o ye executive director men to abro okwan ho. It is say me toma bro because me near that job be restaurant bia say me ko di o. Me wa body aya tutu eni nkatie agbelika kroni ba ekube eni come on Charlie, life is life.
Street food no here na edi ni sa.
Na me ye hwan ye me ye hwan Yesu Kristo ya nyankopon ba kra ye wu no himfa ye wu no bronsan so. Why do we worry ourselves in life?
Wow.
Not at all. Just get something simple to make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Say ebia dan awudam no un say nso to a enyunu ngo so emra awuda na aboprem and things that to make life very simple.
Very well.
Don't aim too much high.
Okay.
Do you get it right?
Okay.
Jitum say me can say baby ami wo yi. I cannot do what my child can do because my child have more years.
Sure.
So what must I do? Support your child to move beyond what you have done.
Okay.
Don't force yourself. Say me would do some the wrote on cars time is money. And people we don't understand if it's a inscription keke. It takes time. Na say we need time about there in there say misara wo be say 50 years enka metumi aye nyama e wo mitribanya sa. But ahondi so nya na eko. You should be observant of your strength. In there, I say, who can say, "Mina let 30 years come." I say, "Uba now kasaka kra now I jai." I want the no besa. We are there on the no conform.
Okay. Medase. Okay, yanto yon komodi ne so Daniel Kwasi Ashama, executive director in my complementary education agency.
Yeah.
Penny na baba kanyensa ene. Wo inside politics jumedi so nkoma hodo aka nyina afi ne baba sanimo. Said the bear also baby I want to be Timmy at here.
Yeah.
Honorable Yen Shassi free complementary education agency, baby our executive director.
Yeah.
Ewo send a near Tio ho a dear in Faso and then she say ne war will be our sabre dear. Bad education once and some more Ghana for a benefit dear free.
Yo, made our say Uber complementary education agency are formally a friend or non-formal. Yeah, appointing me to that place. No, na me buta any say institution. Yeah, friend will say agency no. Answer na me free hono. Mema na jina ye on one kasa me free okra bia in chekra na me te okra no mama no authority on one kasa.
Oh, wow,
that is my vision. And he say ye bata Ministry of Education. My boss Haruna Idrisu, Minister for Education. Papa. But who shame pa mbrama complementary education agency onunu kuobia wona musua de ho ebia nipa no nko school da. Ana nipa no oyakoda ni mami enam ebia ntokwa anasi kapenti no wajan wo baby. Nti akoda no CS kwase na wajai. Sa nipa no na yehwehwe mu ana wona omashansa no adwuma ade a metumi aye ama sa nipa no anya kwan se do man ko school no complementary education abie kwan ma mi se me fa ne kwan no so a metumi akoye mi HND because along the line no ye pio mo kose a we will be assessing them, we will certify them, and then we show the pathway through.
Obi a onko school da.
That's right. That's right.
Now me go school.
Yes.
Me ba mo ho betimi.
Yes, ebia we mechanic, ebia we plumber, in tuba. First of all, you need TV service Ghana. Yeah, collaboration. That is what we are entering right now. Say, ye be hwehwe sani pano. Ya register mu. Now ya access mu because you are already a mason. Do you get it right? Into be technical school. Now ya mouth blocks be say 50. Say to na enhwe. Utumi tu amana ya access teachers are mu technical school. Ehwe say ya. Through that no you be ma certificate. That certificate one kasa who is serious. Now that certificate no is enshrined in the constitution or the act CEA Act 2020 Act 1055 Section 26. Inti say
ewa mamranum
ye Jesus inti magina mina so pinti any Ghana form wa na ye dia pekwama one na man go school. Do you get it? So that they should also be part of lifelong learning.
Wow.
And economic, you see, economic activities of Ghana. Economic activities, you say, memo certificate, you register, will indicate your district, your region on our database. Now, what is going to happen is, yeni abai, eben jese, one say, afibia yesi, ye pese, youth no enkosua and sanwejuma. So I will feed the government with the center areas.
The National Apprenticeship Program.
Yes, National Apprenticeship Program.
I don't see a difference.
But yet, and he say, we are to give certificates. Now, yes, certificate, no way to make that too quick. Do you get it right? Because it is in the Constitution.
Wow.
Ube to make that too quick. And I bet to me, if you are a serious person, say now you go to CTVET. You can write 5 subjects in addition to your skills certificate. Then you go and do your HND. So the seriousness is yours. So that is where we are moving towards.
You made complementary education agency more
Yeah. Near me, cultural say it is coming on life. Media chairman, Minister of Education. No cultural say honorable. Go ahead. Go ahead. And I am going to show. No, Enyan shall say by shall say this September.
Okay.
That's right. We are starting this September. Or no Ankaza Kachan say Odi me propose an president.
Wow.
And that is where.
And when I would decide your neighbor.
Yeah, in the partnership of a consultant. So we are in a partnership. And you know, wherever we go as complementary education agencies, you need data. Do you get it right?
Okay.
Say you come on here. Maybe I may call you in General Assembly. Say, or beside data and all those things. You know. Don't say we'll be using the Ghana statistical data. Do you get it right? But we ourselves must have data because we are a separate entity. Yabra bonu enye so formal. Do you get it right?
Okay.
So we should be able to prove what we are doing at that informal sector, at that complementary space. You know, what are we doing? Who are we collaborating with? How are we using the law? Do you get it right? How are we building the database for this country? So that Obia one cause so Benye need as for say, I can also make it. That is where we are now. And the good news again.
I am listening.
And the good news again is today I celebrate my staff. Since 2010, from that place, I mean, my staff, you know, almost say they've never been migrated. They don't have a salary adjustment from the government, no promotion. And this August is exactly 1 year that I received that complaint. This morning we celebrated that victory. Say the Minister of Finance, after passing everybody through the fair wages and salary procedure, and they issuing a management letter to the Minister for Finance. No? Minister of Finance have approved. And every worker in my space, complementary education agency, has been migrated.
Wow.
Can you imagine that? So can Afenyomaki says I'm lazy? Afenyomaki are working. Yes, and that is the vision.
Me person be say nyame advance September.
Yes.
Ana be sha say.
Yes.
Nti obi a mason, obi a carpentry, obi a sa nyuma ni nyina bi. Na opese ode ne ho beka ho a kwan be na obefa so.
Yes, right now as I'm speaking that we are dealing partnering with a consultant. The representatives at the regional level and the district level.
Okay.
So they will move. And he say, Omuba uncha, enye atrasem, and now be that waju sikadi. No, that is not it. We want you to be in the database of Ghana. Intimi district, he said, Jasikana municipality, said Jasikano.
Yes.
When we get all the artisans there, we have to register them on our database. We have to take them to Ayoma or Okaja Krum Technical, Secondary Technical.
Yes.
We have to test them that, yes, you say you are electrician. Yeah, we now the teacher there or the tutor there who is the tutor for electrician electricity work no obe assess say why you here na nti say why you here onu na be ma go ahead say asimesi apasi, then we are going to issue you with a certificate no kwa we can nkami sample no be chere.
Wow.
So that you move on with it and your act ni be the certificate no so that anybody who challenges you go to the Constitution of Ghana and check whether we are using the law or not, and then you go to the database. Jasika, Kaja Krum, Wasa, West, what, you know. All these artisans should be on the database per their district. Now, what will happen is that your district assembly can also be looking for you going forward because Abanu said, go and train the artist youth no call for training.
Yes.
The district will locate you to train these people. And that place, you get money from the government, isn't it? And when you get something small, then you give us something small. Because when you give us something small, do you know what is going to happen? The vision is that the Constitution says we should build learning centers. Meaning, say you are young, we call it continuation school and home science.
Okay.
So we have to bring these centers down. Say, school, they will participate in economic activities legally in this country. And outside this country.
Through this initiative, doesn't mean it says say Mason forms bet me correct
certificate Ankasa Ghana Constitution Asian or Parliament. And that is what we are going to do.
Honorable Ubajuma, Yentoy and Commodity Sembreno.
Obi say me lazy pa.
Yeah, you Ajuma way, and they be the Babesha Senior Admas.
Oh, yeah,
and the choir, our first or my great staff.
Yeah,
I was singing. I mean, that's a good job. Honorable Yentoy and Commodity Sone. Now, the minority. Led by Alexander Afenyo Marken, Womo Kasa, together with the former Deputy Finance Minister, Honorable Abena Osayasari, Gold Board, Boka, or Tom Gold, Waboka, now then we be Tom Gold, not Waboka.
Na mami sha se mbisa Matisa Afenyo Marken can say, Yento Gold Boka. Gold cry ye too. A brepow and I did too.
Yes.
Now be crowd to a petesa boka. Kofi Juma. I the factory in that would the one go room cry. Kofi Juma to a petesa boka. MPP Fanti. Abena Osea Asar Wante. And now when you mark Wati. But that aside, this is a serious issue, sir. Omurezi. Now, Honorable Sami Jemfi, Mema Waha, me pocho, to our Juma Nusuai, Kosuna ko winim. Say, you see, if you be a more before ho, and I own him, and no bin more your muha before say, I could a papa be a befree with Busia Mukrano Makun. And no, that I gold bosses here.
Oh, Sam.
That is it. Because ask a question. This is a gentleman OPSA. Someone people for Mufi say, near me and when ya, Mu invited me to Parliament to come and explain. And now send me to the Lord to go and explain. And I'm muninam and I'm press conference. Have you ever seen a press conference that solve problem before in this country? Catch me. One will say, be a press conference. That problem I solve with that. Yeah. Problem no free. So the CEO, Sami Jevi say, move from me. Now I'm back. But the only problem I have is say a coffee binuma omuntini Sami Jevi krabe kanasia. That is another problem. Because he has the figures. Yeni krom hana baumia bank guarantee to say insurance guarantee. Oh, that is the group. That is the group of the people we are talking about here. Now, MPP force Omanti. Omati say about 22 billion. Yes,
22 billion Ghana.
Okay.
I no kromuka senko.
Abena say asare no uka SSA yanchi. Onu ni boss kenu furiata. Okaishi commercial bank. Ghana for AGG tax ni nyina wie 52.5 billion. Meaning, how many times will 22 go into 52? Mankase enyeskao. But when you have a crime that has been meted on this nation, Ghana, once you are in parliament, once you are in government, you didn't talk. Once you are out of government, you didn't talk. 52.5 billion Ghana cedis have been transferred into unknown source. And our ferry now.
Taxpayers.
And I want the auditors are called Missy Commercial Bank Okaishi, Nyewo Makola Okaishi. Tax woman the tax. And yes, I feel I go with Sikati say good, I go with you. And I go no appetite to say Kofi Juma. Ya Jessica, we say, ye divey Juma no Musisikano Ira. Abena ose asare ne boss. Onu ne yes adie. And they are talking today. It is not surprising. Then you come back, say Governor of Bank of Ghana, to me the Ekabre Ghana say, Banga Ondo, Bank Ondo, Onyashi, Onu interest in Kwano Jin Wasabo 60.8 billion. Omudi Abre. These are the people talking today. Yes, we know that the state must not lose money. I agree with them that the state must not lose money, but you must make a professional accusation. Ebia ya tena se calculate ya. Na ya hu say baby woni. Enya bibini na ka o headquarters say they mo kan nyina propaganda. So they are doing propaganda. Ghana for misramu. Ghana to me de kukunami. MPP to ogajo for propaganda gomi. This is what they did in 2016. They have started, but we are assuring them this time round. We will match them boot for boot. We will match them boot for boot. And that is the reason why it is very, very prudent. Say, Attorney General, no cases are deal with the cases. Why should these people be delaying or be frightening you? Because these are the problems that we've had. One says binom ti say no don pro man no abresi. E che say asa wa to omutu. Emu behurija. Do you see that the noise has come down a bit? Me na no kra me ya bi say I don't pray no wo.
Wa ma mani aba so. So wo ma se bedwem kra check.
Who there unnim. Omo wa hi. One say ni omo say ya chi no no o say o man chi no. Omo say there is no smoke without fire. Say we now go jina say who koye election eja no. Emre no ba. And we must deal with this people. They shouldn't scare us. Who are the people of MPP who, let me tell you historically, yenye ebeti say CIA for amutu Ghana Nkrumah bangu ye no UP for ka ho yanti na sankomu pe ade papa nka Nkrumah ban ya Nkrumah ban no obi be ya adwin say obetu sa ban no, not at all. But omugino mu nansu Nkrumah say independence there now. Do you get it right? They went around the world, say almost stop even the Kosombo Dama and Nkrumah say building and UP tradition here. We are still with them. These are their offspring. And Nunameka say, look, the time Jesus Christ came to the world, I also for 12 no. Onya mu we no ni nyina no. Na ba ku Judah Iscariot no yin Yesu ama. Na me hwe wiasimu pe a na Judah Iscariot na sifo bi wo Ghana sese a omo ha Ghana.
Omo ne hwan?
One mo ne ha Ghana. One mo ne ha Ghana.
Are you saying say Saturday in Semahodoa led by the minority leader Alexander Fenyomarken Kotna Radio Sokoka Gold Board Abokana enye no kre because say ohwe ha no mo a news say wa or say Ghana rises to 6th largest gold producer globally after record 5.94 million ounce of gold production in 2025.
And hana ye kura edi Bishop Duncan William Asemodiba. Do you think even the whites are happy about this? Do you think? What is that? Because I know about IMF.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now go back and ask yourself, say, how many years IMF catcher say those years will pass before we can come to the level in which we have today. But we disapprove IMF. So if Atufosin, if His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, if Honorable the Governor of Bank of Ghana, Esiama, was able by management using the brain disapprove what IMF said by prudent management, and then you are using that IMF to give me example. Damn MPP. Damn MPP. If they don't, excuse me with all due respect to them, those who are talking, if you don't have head, I say with all due respect,
yes,
right?
Yes.
If you don't have head, NDC have head. If you don't have head, we will not allow you to disturb us this time around. Sami Janfi say, call me. Now, look at this situation. A situation, your gold, send a who come by meet you.
Yes.
I'm a man for Abefa through smuggling.
Yeah.
Is that what the MPP like? Is that what they like? Now, if I want to stop that, I must burn my fingers. Some will leak. Is that not it?
Sure.
For me to achieve my objective. And from the beginning of this accusation from last year, even if you look at the price differential, smuggling for do you get it right? And about you must, as a marketer, you must manage the market in such a way that Ghana for mu ye galamse no mani be Daniel Bausu say oh sembe toma manonini kranu mami fan toma me mine. You must move along strategy. Do you get it right?
Okay.
And that is what happened. What was a man for a blame Rollins say MPP for blame Rollins say onu na ama say apia minkani so in those days with Unilever no onu na ama na or close in the factory. That is not true. Apia Minkani soap ball was competing with Key soap. And that when you touch Unilever Key soap and Awilma Key soap, now what touching Akuma?
Now, Honorable Yansha Dewaha, from Institute of Fiscal Policy Governance.
Yes.
Almost say, Gold Board did not record 22 billion Ghana cedi loss.
That's right.
Audited accounts show.
That's right.
5.44 billion Ghana cedi surplus.
Me see, Institute of what?
Institute of Fiscal Policy Governance.
IFP fiscal governor,
Yeah.
G. I didn't NPP for for this one, but I'm more for IMF. Bisa. I didn't. They are doing propaganda. I didn't know an institute that is in this country.
And 22 billion Ghana cedi losses be anywhere about.
Anyhow, I say IMF cram pay some. Sanka say no omo person ka ye dia trenchi wom office. Oh Ghana, you have come and sit down here. Oh, we'll give you money 3 billion. Omo interest so ka ho. Omo interest. So that is how IMF can grow.
IMF.
Eyomu ya
enko gisike bi.
Menye one say IMF for crab to me asuma MPP for say omo nkoso ND sebi kafra nsemu hunu yi. Me mani ye one obroni uhura na ahwe ne ni to obroni enu nti na igbefo e friend say ayevu. Intinu mama kan chiro. We have institutions in this country who are managing this. Now, Yerboka, Matisa Fenyoma Keka say 1.something billion. Do we know what it could do in the life of Ghanaians? Then if 1.7 billion can do something, what about the 52.5 billion? Like everybody should be having a car, have a house. Afenyoma can no. What about 60.8 billion?
The $97 million spent on the cathedral.
Yes, cathedral. I know they are moving. So they are doing propaganda. Look, MPP is finding something to hold to. Why won't they go to the ministries so that you sit down? Call them to the Public Accounts Committee. Let us listen to them. That this is what has happened. Call them. They are there.
But
don't mind them. Moving around propaganda. So beyond fiomu. Omaya yetima senya ukei. Look at the money they have released for the contractors again. 23 billion. Yakobo Busia. Yeah. Ghana ba Yakobo Busia. Into Kokachan say Ghana ba the car. Now one bit you. We've released our own money. Ya nara ya sa sisi kana ye release it. That is what I'm saying, sir. Tio. My friend, His Excellency Ibrahim Ahamaye. Yes. Ghana form was sky. Mun kambo na mun bie mines akesi. Na Ghana for that can even absorb about 5 million youth. Sure. Na yen 2 year na yen nara gold. Na yen broke smuggling. Na Ghana enkwanenim. Mo anya hwi muti ho a Bank of Ghana boka. Ena obi a oye bibi. A otwa kwan. Or yes, 23 billion have been released. I think 1.2 or 2.1 billion for the bondholders. Oma release mandra. Yeah. Now, Sikano Yako Jeffrey Freemason fee. And when I go this kind of free. Brains are at work. MPP, brains are at work. I am not insulting them. Please. But I am not insulting MPP. But during their time, there is all indication on their balance sheet that it doesn't show that brains has been at work. It doesn't show. It doesn't show because our debt to GDP at a point in time was 104%.
Now, so my God.
In that debt to GDP, a 45%. So what are you telling me? Who is better here? They should come with their economic managers. They are creme de la creme. No, omu from the table. So, Nandisi Fozu, we just release some young boys. No more coach them where the brain could be and where the brain isn't. That is what we are talking about today. Inti Ghana for Misremu, Ghana told me the kukunami. A tigling it all gacho, o gacho la mobile, be mi dufe, be mi wale, e moi dole ole miadea, alo miadea. E chwa o release agboja. Nkonya agboja jagbo na kwa moto we fifia agboja etro kozo agboja jagbo omaga po kwa mi nkruma pe moto we. That is what they are doing. A fayo MPP for jidudua edu nele bondholders o mama ola chida shivale nuka picketing le Minister of Finance etwa atufosia ekefa 2.1 billion beno hefe now. That is the problem we are solving. That is the MPP's problem that we are solving. And while they left a mess, while they left a quagmire of debt, and we are solving the problem, they are organizing press conference. They are organizing press conference. Mimaga denu menao. Alaba atiglinia nyenye ojo
Midase honorable asema wo kan yi kan twi mu mai because ebi tie se or there be almost some betie the twi mu
akoda ne ti se parliament o ka odron kasa gin se wa kire onyame ka ne se Ghana for MPP for asa sorry o ma asa sorry ti se nanu dadam na ye nua afenyo maki omuninam ka se yaboka but tio endra nkoano sika me ka so ma release no eno na me boy 2.1 for the bondholders and then 23 billion for the what contractors. Now share end this anamo to a ye pese Ghana ni ba enye ye inti ubehwe contractors bebre aye ju on maimu ne a omu ye Ghana mrantie ne mabawa and that is the way to go. MPP for buy no omu de omu contract no e de ahye amanonifo no mu yesa inti no misramu mamu fiomu na se bibi wo ho mu okra omu fanko parliament na yemfre wona omu so madika no no mrambe kire medamu ase
very well no ano nyame yad mo china Sami Jemfi Esquire Gold Board CEO Chief Executive Officer obekwa akopie mu abanke siemu the Government Accountability Series ekoso no obekọ na ensema hodoa MPP for led by the minority leader Alexander Afenyomark na oye mrasebedwani di man the good people of Efutu. I mean me say Efutu for say in some way ekoso no ma adwene go so dane because ensem no ekoso no anode.
Just Sami Jemfi na me minimum yam de sikire.
Ewe juma oye o gold board no.
Juma minya abrante no ye juma enu nti ye begina ne chipintin ye bebo ne ho ban ankasa because say nye gold board nti otine Bishop Duncan William kai me see we are under attack mama ka kire our democracy are under attack I want to say amanoni for eba be contact a political parties were maimu semu say gold board no because Sami Jemfi no on makwan amaya anya smuggling didn't you hear the bishop
yeah
Ghana for mun sorry o ena mumunti ena Sami Jemfi eye juma
Yami yadum ochina Government Accountability Series and that's so Sami Jemfi Chief Executive Officer Ghana Gold Board obekwa akopie mo 11
mami zanka tell me kronfo
na afi catch up mami
mere kukuna mi enuita Sami Jemfi fenko ale MPP to vemale gbegbenye ba obeye nata yo madujio ga ken ovinye enye kplemye dakole mi ade amenye Sami Jemfi vale mi afasi ode mi ami ekponu ejole dukwame tame de kukuna mi Sami Jemfi a minami demegbene gong yanjina na ti gong
otina nyame yadum a 11 am pepepe na Sami Jemfi Esquire CEO Ghana Good Board ojina so the Government Accountability Series a be koso nyame yadum ochina no opani ana abrantie a adwene abo bewo ni tirimu a wababeda Good Board ano na obo ana woman no sika 7 ni bibia efa ne ntema pafre ye no obegine mo china ono akasa be kasa ensem akese a MPP for kan se waboka no ochina obeka ni nyina na XYZ Broadcasting TV XYZ Power 97.9 FM Radio XYZ ye fun live na sense bi biara wote ye nka no watimi ati ase yie da bia meka e wo so man Ghana e fa ntema pa bi di fra Daniel Kwasi Ashama Executive Director Edema Complementary Education Agency Penny anenne wo inside policy jumedi so yene na twetwen komo nsema hodo a ewo ho ma yenko na fei yen ni ye chitafo yenkogodi nkomo ye ba beto jumedi nso di amount tutu mirika me ne wo ka sai yare abo wato ho wontini mu asisi onan ne won sa ye titiri wotiwe wonante kakra wonfo abronsan ye ne wabre na wonhome na wonhome etewo dizziness etete wabrabo kope Victory Garlic Mixananom ania na enterprise for ne dia ba adwama so se sa yare wahodo amabobo so nyina no se wate wo de wo mu nko ade a kona kope vitri garlic mixture ne bi na esa yare no na ema wo appetite utimi didi wanu mu se mo wadidi ma wakoma to yem na afi ahoɔden akoso atena wo nipaduam nti victory garlic mixture aniana enterprise diaba no ni dwumadi a edi no yare wa hodo amabobo so se odi wo ma kona kope bi to ebeboa yie pa na afi wafa ahoɔden na odi akuta ukọ kan shi kings walk a obenya aduro bi ato ho na afi odi akodi dwumadi a pese odidi na emom wo pharmacy shop and as a herbal shop then kabo yi kosi wate wonso ope victory garlic mixture ne bi de good shop aton de amancrofo agi o mafi sa ya de way nyina ho de a me pa cho frɛ Aniana enterprise for e wo numbers here me de tudwai on mejo so no mama aduro ni bi etu na so aton 0201 293 280 0201 293 280 and after 0242 545 633 0242 545 633 na after unsatimi aka victory garlic mixture Aniana enterprise for Ediaba Edwaman Senebi Tuturmirika na Divine Hope Eba Center for ho na wo yoba ana wo yebema na sisi yare ana ba betena so yo bi a wota tena se pamade eche driver for a mutimi tena se 4 hours 5 hours 6 hours akwantuo na munsi abribia na musisi ehamo bibia wotena se che na usisi edi problem aba se wo yoba na se bema wo Divine Hope Eba Center for ho a omode Ochia heba powder edi aba unonom se nro bi a ebe sisi yare ne nyina anasisi yawo no edi free word ama pulse eye koko yare so etu ase sexual weakness low libido stroke ulcer and menstrual disorder what o yade o ma ochia heba powder na ebetu sa yare we ase edi ama kai na hye nso se abiri bi abeno mo ochia heba powder no na wadidi ansa na watimi anom se adroi maybe abbo pharmacies ahodo a etwa o man mu ahia awokọ hɔ asisi amene wode kasa yi onsa betimi aka ɔtwe eba powder ne bi tie na oben hɔ a yare a mabobo so bi wɔ ho a gbowura hɔ kopa bi sesi a na obehu sampa ɛyɛ dupa na mekan fode ama wɔ Gapsin Pharmacy wɔ Koforia obenya ɔtwe eba powder to hɔ Capeba osunyane House of Drugs ya Shaiman Boachi ansa o Cape Coast na Boachi eba ɛwɔ Tema PK Gombela ɛwɔ Tamale na onsa timi aka ɔtwe eba powder ne bi na also one of them net 2 yard acid amount. So pedro be 2 now so the good pharmacy shop and a herbal shopper. Fred Divine Hope Herbal Center for our number C. So major so no amount or care about powder and be 2 the good shop now so at home 0591 565 557 0591 565 557 and 0550 639 037 0550 639 037. Now if you want to set me account a year. Ochia Heba Powder, Divine Hope Herbal Center for Ediaba Edwaman issue. We are still live on TV XYZ and Power 97.9 FM. Inside Politics, Jumedi Suni, yet in some hold we tregu on mine Ghana more. The dinner center fata se unsu betimi nya ho ntiase ana ye de so mo baby a wagebre na ye di Jumedi midin e de enke Obrempong and wo Jumedi ne so ye ne Daniel Kwasi Ashama ono executive director de my complementary education agency a wamode niema hodo ba be boa Ghana bebre ti uti a no afa de de ato honorable yento edwumadi ne so memene de ya ana the New Patriotic Party MPP amanyoku no ekoye omo regional elections so hwe omo retain seat ni bia ti se Kwame Bafo Abronye Buno regional wasan retain seat nipa bebre retain seat e bi nso aye new members somebody said Dr. Okoboy say on ababa ye Greater Accra Regional Chairman Edema MPP Amanyoko no sign na hunu sensemi about 2 year MPP ye sign na hunu.
Oh, it is a process every political party as I say on film.
Okay.
Yo ezel penipa engina ho. And I congratulate them.
Good.
But we are not thinking about them. They are not so important, especially so 2028 election. Yeah, we know they can do their best, but their best will not reach.
But this team, another regional chairpersons are Omakwakoyi. One share or my 2028. Omo de babaji 2 minutes they free NDC for months.
That person doesn't have a political calendar. What contest election? What contest election? And I only say the backlog of your political party, how it will affect you going forward. Do you think when I go to a station, I'm going to talk about Okoboy? I am going to talk about Cathedral. I da ho atokoro no da so da ho. And then because it is a normal thing that they have their people in place. Your man nya enkenye. Do you get you right? But I must let people know, say when mu party no, omo na akọ jilo no akoto wache edi wo Jubilee House ayaboka. The finance minister and he ought to know no kita wache ni nchinam say o cha kontomwa edi chere omu frenu triple ayeli eno madidi adisa ama yaboka. So that is what I will take to my campaign, to let my people know that woe betides you. I'm telling you today, you vote for these people, you are voting for what? Wache and fry fish. You vote for them, you are voting for Cathedral, right? You vote for them, you are voting for Addison, who has made us incur debt that today. One was saying Ghana.
The former Bank of Ghana.
Yes,
Bank of
Addison.
Governor.
Yes, Governor of Ghana, former Bank of Ghana governor under MPP Nanado, Addison. Waboka wenina. So kudos to them, but I don't have anything against them. Yes, as a wakoto money canteen my share to ho. Omutra. They should go to the reporter, Bank of Ghana. I want to say Bank of Ghana, more report to Emba Public, sir. They go to Parliament. 2022, 2023, crown 77 billion. What you trade their man and adui. Meanwhile, Agenda 111, Omenwe. Yeah, Agenda 111, how many have they completed? Mimi Kakra said they cannot finish 10. As I grow, Bakukro meant to me, we are Nipa a womb. So these are some of the things that we'll be looking at. It is a process. I congratulate them as before. And we are moving forward. Our campaign, I've been around for a while. Inti me ka sem chira GD. Me ma ba o me about 25%.
Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia.
Yes. Why
in 2028?
Why should people vote for somebody who tells my child, say bia wo kok social na wo kok baby a ye di Ghana card ato ho any 1,000 interchange for Ghana card? You ask yourself, say we or your teacher and our chira oba say inti uba no suba no baby abrochro mu di sanya mato wa na okofa card no be a ofri togo no na okofa 1,000 interchange. Look at the mentality of the share.
This Sika, the former Bank of Ghana governor Addison Echichaya Wabubisi, does that confirm the statement? Nipa Bebreka say the amount of money a MPP for to a woman etifi a national security threat.
So much, but you know, and they say Magana phones through, and yes, Sika minua oya pawan tapa, our share village, our no susu vote no, and yes, Sika share na na don't pass in a be vote. Look at the shock they've had. That's as can say once and and we must continue with good governance. NDC should deliver good governance just as we are doing. We should move on to that and let Ghanaians' eyes open very, very well. Look, and Nanado, on say a man from to mean toka. Ebe clear work to mahabo. And I want this time go and see with the AI
Republican
AI dibanu and uno bia nia sembia nia ebema na go and pay and people are buying cars
amount 2 cedi
kotia na kana ko. That is governance, that is braining, that is management, to let your people feel comfortable in their country. So it is not these people that we are going to vote for. We congratulate them, but we are going to vote for issues.
So there's no way this new regional chairpersons are MPP Akoyino together with their national elections and the executives in boy in this phone 2028.
Oh, Muslim, they will do their best, but they don't carry any thread of fear for us at all.
Okay,
we are going to win me chairman read my lips. NDC will win massively come 2028. They are telling people that a Juma niho, and yes, a Juma niho,
yes,
52.5 billion senkamut diye bibia, senkam brante no anye Juma.
Yes.
Look, Nanado's government was so immersed to the extent say smuggling was just like going to urinate in my area. In my hometown, I said it on the say Kosu They couldn't give the cocoa buyers at the district and communities. Muska. In this kind of meanwhile, government says, I am paying this, I'm buying cocoa this, there 3,000. Sekana nko. Into the crom no smong dia no muye. Ujina ha no bia fa cocoa ni moto. Oko to guaba within 1 hour wako GC fava. Ama mo boni cha asia ya tena no. Enu no musi omusa di breye. Ghana for se mutu abama MPP for the ya jejereje ba oni mi meye. Eda MPP besa wini about krom ha semiti asia. The next day ko you sika ni nyina o bank. Minia se gold bi wo ho akotona fasie because krofo we free titi sa uni buzia prime minister for Nanado Ghana second republic uni mi Oba prime minister within 2 months no oji salary advance for 2 years. Yeah, oji salary advance. Ejuma hunya anya no waji salary advance 2 years.
So Oba prime minister.
Prime minister. 2 months per.
2 months per.
Where we prime minister no
salary advance.
Yes, for 2 years. Where we prime minister no. Eba musena ye hwe ye obi bia no. Sikasa edo konti se desert sa nso egusu. And that is why Rolling sees who can then be a war Kaneshida Musi Buzia house. No? That is why Rolling sees it all time over revolution time. That is why he sees it and give it to the military. Kufoba and Tio, Kufoba and Osad Jadan, Osadi Gana Sikako rehabilitated Yama Nemano and Yemi Bonibia. But the history behind that building, must you do that? Must you do that? Kufoba is Adiano. Do you get it right? Kufa changes car. We are getting to 2007, 2008 Kufa be free aban sunu. Na omudi yeka cheye. Yeka $6 billion omudi cheye no ama nebeka 4.2. Kufa be ko within 1 year no na kana brusa akodu 9 billion. Ukasa omusi men unkasa. Ukasa obi anya srobofo. We must tell our children the history of this country. We must tell them. Adentina within 1 year no inka ye kanaba from to 2.2 billion. What's up Bruno sa 7 billion. I won't train ya wudi sikanu di ye. One chere I respect him. I respect him so but sometimes when I sit down I feel pain. And not to scratch my back and I scratch your back. MPP 4% yenye. And nothing no more say the table will turn, the table should turn. It should turn. That is why an ordinary Ghanaian will have the benefit of democracy. Say ebe Kenya ni hu say e manu du se mi nko tuaba minim se nipa mi tuaba manu odiboni wo ho onu ni mra bedi omu pese mra no enye juma.
Mirase yanko legal vacation controversies ahodoa enenamum say if there is a legal vacation I was say trials gusu koso na sabe there MPP for me can MPP for because say okọ the chambers of Samuel Atachia our MPP ni Godfrey Yebo Adame the former attorney general our no see MPP ni together with Sam Okujeto our ye na Nadanko Kufuor lawyer sabe omu nyina ma petition so a wo mo de akwakoma the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana the Ghana Bar Association for so the ababete chira wo nyina ka say adena legal vacation because a share on the 1st of August kopim 30th of September but sabe there ye share a lawyer for chinchina to say wo mbra na wo mo immediate assembly court but before you be kwa assembly so no okay mamintie wa assembly answer na fe the High Court Civil Procedures Rules 2004 no the candidates sensing no will come back and do it. This legal vacation controversies, what's the way forward?
Mina, you see, the problem we have in this particular case is Atachia. Honorable lawyer Atachia.
I don't know your problem.
Konakofie 2008. Time, yes, I call rerun. Ewo time,
no.
Dear no, yeah. A day. Ebe Monday enkaye reranu Sunday nu okohifa okokot otumi panel vacation time otumi panel say they should declare the what? The declaration of results null and void. Senye Raymond Acha and there Yoko boss. But that time one of Musanu they don't know. Election forensics. Mutumi tia same way any lawyer little Tony Little. Incan Crawford way a May during legal vacation. Attach and say during legal vacation, Chief Justice obey to me ampana. 2008 bisano. And then Obeka say your vacation. Honorable Attacher, go to court. Jai. And Nutina honorable way there Kasati say honorable to honorable. Honorable da family ko catch say uye kwadro. Nti court na ko yanu. Oh, nipa we that some onususu person you free yes. Because when you are in court you are not free. Sure. Me crop me tell me court. Inti dabia me cover. Inti say we me lawyer. And a court say branedi asem no tentem na wo dwane. E dey na wo dwane. Honorable Attacher menye kwadro. Go to court and they will see how issues should be. Asem no e wo ho omwankasa ni wa court no 2008 article is it 79 and then subsection is it 47. Say the Chief Justice have that discretionary powers.
The High Court Civil Procedures Rules 2004. Order 79 sittings, office hours and vacations. The account say subject to the Court Act 1993 Act 459 as amended. The Chief Justice may appoint any day, including vacations, for the hearing of causes or matters as circumstances require. Not to say, during the vacation, the Chief Justice obey abomodiashe say obenya vacation judges. Na assembly was a yedia huhiano, womadiana. Sapepena.
Yeah, so like and I'm saying,
yes,
the procedures are there.
Yes.
Nyamika MPP phone say Chief Justice Ayebibia Enyenu. They should prove it using the law. They should go to court. Adentina yewo opposition debia musi yenko court. Say who they do sunu court. So what were you feeding us with in the past? These are the questions we should be asking them.
In 2023, under the former president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, an advice, in 2023, August, not a legal vacation. Not that time, lawyer Tadio Sorry, he was still going to court.
Yes.
By court, in some moment, although a warrant has been obtained for the case to be continued. During the vacation on August 1st and 2nd, Mr. Sorry indicates that he will need altogether 12 hours to conclude his cross-examination in view of the additional document just filed by the prosecution. In the circumstances, we shall continue on 1st and 2nd August 2023 at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. each day, and then 13th and 20th October 2023 case completion plan prepared. Under the MPP, now there was a legal vacation going on, but lawyer Tadio Sorry was going to court. What has changed?
What has changed? The only thing that has changed is the mischief of MPP. Nyemeka chere NDC for say, you see, the law is the law. And yes, sir.
Yes.
So when MPP people are preparing their legal teams and filing, yes, you should be to me file. My engine from my Attorney General and Chief Justice in Kwa. Until your lawyers who no move file, says I'm filing no or move file 10, nice way file 10. The reason why the Chief Justice should continue, we shouldn't leave it for the Chief Justice. Omudinube politics. This is NDC versus what? MPP with the Chief Justice. So we too, we have lawyers. I think if it to be right, they should also be filing.
So your cases are now before the legal vacation. These MPP lawyers, one more echo can some so me at Taiwan client at do you think, sir, is it due to the nature of the cases? I'll be almost feeling say, Enkoye moment no more delay case, and now say, Yan vacation course no more court.
Mina say, Yenia Deputy Attorney General Dr. Srimson.
Yes.
Okay, say, any case we inquire no moody. Case be bro. But looking at this case, a very important. Me cry no na me choose. Case ya edisika. Oh, sa cases no sika bata papa. Inti say ye di case no we a. Se sika bi wo hwa e beji no ye gi a na e dia we la general hospital. Do get you right? Ye gi sika no a se asem bi ani huzu a omu nson inti ne ebesere se Ghana ni bia nhwe se na asem no ese koso. These are cases that can bring money. It is not about the personality. Sika wo ho so many million. Ye gi a tisanka bridge nkitinkiti a wo ho no. Na e dia ma e dia we. Should MPP be choosing for us the type of cases we should handle? And I am talking today. Look at Honorable Atachia. And then look at Honorable Godfrey, former Dami. And yet Dami ya neko temper with witness for court. Ye, Japa. And you know, these are the people. Please, uti weda Dr. Srimsa Yuzi. Say they are frustrating the court.
Yes.
They just want to frustrate the court.
Including Samuel Okujeto.
Yes.
The lawyer for the Nananda.
Yes. They're just frustrating the court. Send your Sani Panu to me we case before 2028. They have calculated everything. Into uyi des no free kakra. Then they will be pumping to say in Kaye winning election, though they will not win. So they are beating the time. Into Ghana for that is what they are doing. Let us just get focused. Say na me mami Professor Nana Genopoko get focused. Na yen koyenim. It is not about the personality, but say sikano hwa ono touch anu na aka say this man on the handle aduba in case ana. Yes. Enyo na aka say wan this kabia. In Shazanu so aka say wan this kabia. Yenim say na ye manage intelligence office. Enyo no na aka kire. So go to court and finish the case. Go to court and finish the case so that we'll follow you. Avena udwani. Wadani akodabia. You to ball man, you ball now the ball national motor say, young Bob you now udwani ko. My greetings to my honorable brothers all over Ghana. Opoku John and Holo 2 and all other Sister Carol at Michelle Camp. I greet you. And Sister Irene, my dear wife, Judith Atelo, I greet you so much. I love you, Pa. Thank you very much. And I greet all CA members who have actually gone through this number of years of hardship. Your salary have not been increased, but today you'll be migrated. Honorable Atufosi, I thank you so much for helping and listening to us. And I'll continue to pray for you. Our guy name is Black Chinese. Bombodina so economy. Diba kwa misra nse wa Ghana for boss ye nyina ya bre for these 2 years. Into 2027 budget honorable Jemu Kakra employment embra sika enwo krom na yemfanye juma enu de misra pa. Maonabo Goja sika, Maonabo Haruna Idrisu sika for education. Na edanya emantina yeni nkonja yeni edan yeni bed no na a double track system no ewo ho no misra wa manu sika na yin free ho no bia onto na see yesusu next year budget no my sika na kire e ba be boy duma pa.
Daniel Kwesi Ashama, Executive Director of my Complementary Education Agency. Penny Kasi, Ano Beka Yensa, another inside politics Jumedi live on TVSYZ and Power 97.9 FM Nafe, and Sama Hodua na Echeguno, a Munche Mue Dinner Senefat and Yebesumo. Kaina Senenso, say Yameya Domoa, watching a day over the Government Accountability Series in the Sami Jemfi Esquire, the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Gold Board. Eba, when Ghana for Yineba Kasa, and some are the minority, led by Alexander Fenyomark a futu for MP no, one more can say Kaba Gold Board, Womujumedia Womudi, Abena Sayasari, the former Deputy Finance Minister under Ken Oforiata, Womuninano, Nyamia Dmoa, Sami Jemfi, Esquire, Edianu Ye Eba, obey accountable to the people. Munti wakwachina Gold Board eyen hyehyeye se wo man ni sika ahodin begina so ona bana okay Sister Tower.
Every Kajakro.
Friend
Very
well. Very well. Tiabusha, Yami Adamacha 11 a.m. Pepe, Yenina, ye, Sammy Jemfi Esquire. Yabashano, TV SYZ, Yabeti in live, our power 97.9 FM, radio a year SYZ, Ninano, Yabafan live near the Asumo, baby Abajebre, now Ubetimi, Ashe Jumedi, I had a brema quine near the a year inside politics, Jumedino, SC and Nenso. Alasan Michel ye pa minim se wo hwe dwumadi me pon pe befrel na ye di nkomo na afi ya yenhyehe pa wo kwa MCR Mr. Raf Jampo ewo ho sanso na Abbas Mr. Imano Kisi Mr. Imano Neti wo mo wo ho a wo mo ahyehye TV ni so kama eri ama Lizzy ana ye makeup ewo fidie mu France aye Prince Ofosu ana William Sefa ana twa dwumadi we na wo mo de som ye Mr. Kelvin Asante ni me producer obo modern Ashishe jumedi nyina se menso memra na me medi ho chia me abusia medi de enke Obrempong the grassroots president okwapeman kanea tutu akuapem de hye nyakopon ya adom a wo chena me ne obesen ya hia ewo jumedi yi so makrao